The views and opinion on this broadcast are those of wearecolerain.com and do not reflect those of Colerain Football, Colerain High School, or the Northwest School District. Enjoy the game.
Welcome to Price Hill, the west side of Cincinnati. Tonight, your Colerain Cardinals will battle the Elder Panthers in the 2021 Division I Region 4 opening round of the high school football playoffs. This is Chris Himonitis along with Brian and Brandon White here on the campus of Elder High School, where we are excited to be bringing you tonight's action. It is a damp one, to say the very least. The rain is coming down steady and has been all day long. It's all going to be about ball security tonight as these Colerain Cardinals look to extend their first-round winning streak to 22 consecutive times. That's right, the Colerain Cardinals have been in the playoffs every single time they've been in, every single time they've won a first-round game. They are not going to have an easy task tonight, Brian, as they battle a determined 5-5 Elder Panthers team.
Yeah, and it's an interesting battle, even for us here. As long as these two teams have been rivals, and they were huge rivals 10 years ago, but we really haven't played them much, and this is the first time that we've actually got to broadcast
from the pit.
From the pit itself. So just a reminder to everybody, OSHA rules it goes by, and it's every playoff. Spectrum owns the video rights, so you will only be able to see the scoreboard and the audio. So, yeah, Chris, it's a 5-5 team that we're playing today.
Yep, we're very excited to
But it's a GCL team.
Yes, it is. And here come the Elder Crazies, the student section, and there's got to be at least 200 of them, and only 3 fell and got trampled on the way, so that's not so bad.
Well, it's interesting. This is on Spectrum. Elder has, EHS Sports has we are Colerain.com have our broadcast, in a traditional rivalry matchup what we've seen down here. It'd be sellout, standing and roll order. People would still try and find the parking spots. I think that the Elder student section probably outnumbers the entire Elder parents and Colerain parents combined.
It could be. There's a lot of kids here for Elder, no doubt about it. So we're about 11 and a half minutes away from kickoff. Let's kind of reset where we are. So it is week 11. A little bit of normalcy return this year as we got all 10 games in with no COVID issues or any concerns there. Thank goodness for that. However, we do have a new playoff structure this year. For the first time ever, there are 16 teams in the region that are going to the playoffs. And what that means is that the 8 higher seeds will host the first 2 rounds of the playoffs. Colerain comes into this game as the 10th seed with a 5-5 record, based again on their Harbin points, as they have been every year since the Harbin inception. Elder is the 7th seed, and so that's why they are hosting the game. The winner of this contest, Brandon, will get the lucky pleasure of moving on next week to more than likely St. Xavier, as the Bombers are hosting the Hamilton Big Blue tonight.
Too soon. And we talk about this team being 5-5. According to OSHA, they're 4-5. One of those games was against a Christian academy that didn't officially account according to Ohio High School Athletic Association. So you have a 5-5 team traveling to a 4-5 team.
So they didn't get the Harbin points for them. They get the victory, but no Harbin points for that.
But to back to the point, if this was any other year, outside of maybe the one year when we had 2 regions instead of 4 in Division I, and even then I don't think they would have made it. Colerain is sitting at home week 11. The new playoff structure with 16 out of 17 teams making the playoffs means Colerain gets to play here in week 11, and since the first time since 2009 here at the pit. Or is it 2008?
2009. That was the Sunday afternoon game that we were televised with Elder on ESPN as part of their Geico High School football kickoff weekend. But tonight, all that's way, way long in the past. The Cardinals come into this game after a couple of back-to-back tough losses, and they found themselves at 5-5, which clearly is not where they thought they'd be at the beginning of the season, certainly not the standard that Colerain sets for themselves, and they want to work to prove that they're playing better now maybe than at any other time by getting a win in this playoff. Let's talk a little bit about these Elder Panthers. As we mentioned, they are 5-5 officially, according to OSHA, only 4-5 for points purposes. They only have 2 wins against Ohio opponents the entire season. They managed to beat LaSalle last week, 28-21, and this is not, I'm not making up this score. They beat Moeller earlier in the year, 59-58 in overtime. Now, I did not see any of the highlights of that game, but my goodness gracious, defense optional.
Yeah, and last week they defeated LaSalle last week. The other wins, like previously mentioned, was against the Beacon Hill Club team from Virginia. It's like a Christian charter academy. And just trying to find a game because their original opponent was supposed to be St. Mary's from St. Louis, Missouri, but they obviously had issues and couldn't make it, so they had to cancel. Their other wins are against Football North and Covington Catholic. So back to the point, most of their wins are that state. But it's not like they're not a good team, because their losses include Pickerington Central, St. Edwards, St. Xavier, and a Indianapolis Cathedral Roncalli that's one of the top teams in the league.
And the high-scoring game against Moeller last week.
2 weeks ago.
Or 2 weeks ago. Yeah, Moeller's the top seed in the region.
How about that?
So when you're in the GCL, you're playing a tough schedule. In the GMC, you've got to get through the GCL this time in the playoffs.
Head-to-head, these two schools have met 15 times. Elder has an 8-7 overall record. That does include one forfeit win from 1995, which we won't talk about. The last time these two met were the 2019 playoffs. Colerain lost 28-21. We all remember that year. That was a very unfortunate year. We had one of our players get very seriously hurt, and he is back to playing football, Mr. Jalen Thomas. So shout out to him and all the hard work he's put in to come back. And
where's Jalen playing at? I didn't know that. Somebody asked me that the other day.
He's playing at a JUCO school, and the name now totally escapes me. Of course, you asked me that. I didn't have it, but that was the last time.
I don't care where he's playing. He's playing.
He is playing. Yep, absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about the offense here. This Elder offense averages 324 yards and 29 points per game. So our defense, which has been the strength of this team, no doubt, is definitely going to have its work cut out for it tonight. We'll get to some of the players that we need to keep an eye out for. Defensively for Elder, interestingly, they allow 321 yards per game. So almost dead even the number of yards they score and the number of yards they give up. However, they only allow about 13 points per game. A couple of names that we need to absolutely keep in mind for tonight, and you're going to hear many times on the broadcast for the Elder Panthers.
Ramsey.
First and foremost,
Ramsey.
So
Ramsey.
Yeah, there's this guy named. Yeah, I mean, I can only assume this is this Doug's sixth kid that's come through the program? I've lost
I think
track.
it's his 28th son that's
trial.
come through.
Yeah. So Drew Ramsey, who is a senior, number 12. He is literally do everything. And when I say do everything, I mean that somewhat figuratively. But when you combine all the rushing and receiving stats for the Elder Panthers, Drew Ramsey represents 40% of all offensive yards from scrimmage.
He's the leading receiver.
He had 903 yards receiving, just 2 touchdowns, but averaging 10. He's also their leading rusher, 91 attempts. Yep, he runs the ball rate 336 yards, only 3.7 yards a carry, but he has 12 of their 20 rushing touchdowns. So he's accounted for just himself 14 of their 38 touchdowns.
Yep. Drew Ramsey, the entire offense runs through him, and toss in the fact he's also 6 for 7 passing. So, I mean, there's no doubt that you're going to hear his name quite a bit, number 12. The other guy who also has had pretty impressive numbers is the quarterback, Ben Hamilton, who's also a senior, number 6. He's going to play a big part tonight. He's thrown for 2,400 yards and 17 touchdowns against 10 interceptions. In the backfield, it's going to be Luke Flowers. So we actually have a bouquet of flowers this evening with Luke in the backfield for Elder.
You've been saving that all week, and you're going to use that in the pregame. That's one you throw in about the third quarter, Chris.
Well, I don't ever want to mention it.
As a master of bad jokes, you saved that one.
It is clear that Flowers is going to be the running back for both of these teams.
No doubt about it.
And it's a perfect night for Flowers. It's raining hard.
Yeah, absolutely. On the defensive side of the ball, as we come up on 5 minutes to go here before kickoff, on the defensive side of the ball, there's a couple of names that we want to keep an eye out. Andrew Spinney, a linebacker for Elder, number 54. Let me see if I can quickly pull his stats. He leads the team with 51 tackles and 4 sacks. Those are both team leads. He also has forced 2 fumbles and recovered 2 fumbles and has 2 interceptions. So he is a defensive star for the Elder Panthers. Another guy that we want to keep an eye out for is Zach Gutkunst. He's number 11. He's a junior, so kind of our first underclassman here, if you will. He's second on the team with 44 tackles, a fumble, touchdown recovery, as well as a sack. And then finally, kind of the last thing we want to throw out there, Andrew Harp. He's the number 2 receiver for the Elder Panthers. He's also a senior. He's got 532 yards receiving and 7 touchdowns. Actually leads all receivers with 7 touchdowns. So I think, for keys to the game for the Colerain Cardinals, offensively, it's going to be very simple. It's raining. It's nasty out. The temperature, I think, is okay, but this is going to be about ball security. They've done a good job in recent weeks not turning the ball over when they're running the ball. However, Zay Jennings, with 2 touchdowns and 8 interceptions, has certainly shown a propensity to throw the ball to the wrong color jersey. So tonight, for them, offensively, it's got to be to run the ball, and then run some more. Defensively, honestly, it's don't lose track of Drew Ramsey. I don't know how to say that any more clearly. If you can find a way to contain him, he's going to get his yards. But if you can find a way to contain him, keep him in front of you, not let him, take the top off of the defense and score big, long plays where this offense is going to struggle to score. Colerain has struggled to score all year, only averaging 18 points a game. You don't want to find yourself in a hole to Elder, which we all know with their offensive capabilities, they absolutely can put you in that kind of a hole.
But yeah, if we looked at this history of this matchup, a lot of this game has in the past been won in the trenches. Elder not known throughout the city, throughout the state for monster offensive linemen. They don't have them this year. Colerain doesn't have that monster defensive line, so the battle in the trenches that we're going to see tonight is going to be about finesse, technique. It's going to be about keeping your assignment and beating the man in front of you.
I mean, offensively for Elder, I think the key is going to be making sure LeVert Jarman doesn't get to the quarterback. Hamilton, they've talked about it here at Elder all year that they've had struggles really keeping him upright. He has thrown a lot of yards and been very good all year, but when they struggle, it's because he doesn't have time to throw, and that happens to be the specialty for the Colerain Cardinals is getting to the quarterback, and especially here. I mean, we saw it even against the Ohio State bound offensive tackle at Ohio State. LeVert Jarman, technique sometimes and speed can beat the bigger man. Well, tonight he doesn't have to worry about beating the bigger man. Not a lot of size up front for either team, so that hopefully plays in the Cardinals' hands.
Yeah, the more we hear LeVert Jarman's name tonight, the better game we're having. And I agree with Chris. Offensively, Colerain, keep it simple. Don't get cute when you. If you get a 3-and-out, take the 3-and-out. Don't try to trick anybody. Do what you do best. Run the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. You're talking about Ben Hamilton not necessarily getting a chance to run. He has only attempted 16. He personally has attempted 69 rushing attempts this year. Again, you don't know how many of those are actually him just getting sacked, but according to the GCL Sports website, on 69 attempts, he has 15 yards. So he clearly is not a mobile quarterback. So you don't necessarily have to worry about he's certainly not the reincarnation of Rob Florian. Let's put it that way. And I'm guaranteeing you, anybody that's listening to us doesn't remember who Rob Florian is, but I certainly do.
He lived next door to my sister-in-law.
Oh my dear Lord! Of course he did. Of course he did. The Elder Panthers are running onto their field there. To paint a picture here, they're in their all purple tops and bottoms with their white helmets. Numbers on one side. Colerain are in their all white uniforms, white helmets.
Yeah, and I might be wrong, but I believe I overheard, and again, we missed it again. Colerain has won the toss.
Colerain won the toss and deferred to the second half. And as we get to playoff time, it's always interesting. You can always tell. For Elder, it's hard to tell because their helmets are all mostly white. But you can pick it out. For Colerain, the freshmen that get called up for the playoffs. Those are the kids that don't have the stickers. For Elder, you can clearly see the freshmen are the kids whose purple pants do not match their purple tops. Everyone else, it looks like there was a slight shade of purple difference.
Yep.
Or maybe the new Under Armour jersey and pants soak water a little different in the rain, but the freshmen called up for both teams tonight stand out in their own ways.
I got to tell you guys, I mean, look, let's call it what it is, right? X is going to manhandle Hamilton tonight, and the winner of this game is going to play X next week. And barring something outside of the cosmos of reality, either one of these teams is not going to beat St. X next week. So this is a great game to just enjoy this game because, honestly, I don't know why Colerain and Elder don't play every year. I would love to see these two teams play every year.
It also looks like we were completely wrong, and Colerain is getting the opening toss, opening kick.
So, yeah, not sure who won the toss, but it sounds like our friend Tim Bray over there on the Spectrum broadcast said that Elder won the toss and, in fact, deferred, which is interesting. You'd think that they'd want their offense on the field first, but
as we saw against X, if you can, the key against Colerain, if you can win that special teams field position, keep the ball on one side, create short fields for yourself.
Yeah, Colerain just has one player sitting deep.
Take a quick minute again to thank everyone for tuning in tonight. Really appreciate you listening in again. Unfortunately, because we are in the playoffs and we're on the road, we can't show you the video, but we're going to do our very best with a 3-man booth. I'm happy to be here describing the action. So there's the opening kickoff. It is deep, and it is going to go into the end zone through the back of the end zone. So a lot of pomp and circumstance to start the ball out at the 25 or 20. What did they start?
They've got a quality kicker in David Moore. He's 2 for 2 on field goals. and 37 for 30 in extra points. And we seen Kickoff there. Even with this, I mean, this rain is coming down hard. Not a lot of wind, but that ball hit the end zone. So Colerain will start this at their own 20-yard line.
First and 10 for the Cardinals on their own 20-yard line. Lined up in the I formation, sophomore quarterback Zay Jennings under center. Takes a snap, fakes the handoff, keeps himself, pitches it wide, takes it out, number 33 does Satterwhite. He's going to take it out past the 25-yard line, close to a first down, going to be about 3 yards shy.
And this is something the Cardinals haven't done a lot of this year. They haven't had a lot of the triple and the triple option, not a lot of pitches, but it's something that Elder has historically done. They play not to give up the big play. They're going to force the sophomore quarterback to make every single read. They'd rather give up 4 or 5 yards than a big play, make Colerain make the mistake.
Second down and 3 now, man in motion, under center, hands the ball off to Flowers. He's going to push it out over the 30 for a first down for the Cardinals.
Yeah, he's initially stopped right there at the 29, but keeps the leg drive going. He needed a 30. He got the 30.
MJ Flowers has really been the workhorse. As much as we talk about Drew Ramsey being the focal point of the offense for the Panthers, there's no doubt that MJ Flowers, the senior tailback, is the focal point of the offense for the Cardinals. So first and 10 for the Cardinals here, opening quarter, no score. Ball on their own 30-yard line. Zay Jennings under center once again, takes the ball, hands it off one more time to MJ Flowers, and he's met at the line, pushes forward for maybe a yard.
Yeah, not much of a read there. That was just kind of a straight handoff. Off guard, left side is going to pick up 1 yard.
And this is what we talked about. There's not a lot of sides for Elder. We know there's not a lot of sides up front for Colerain, but a little bit of a shift these past couple of weeks. Mayante Stanley came into this season as an outside linebacker, defensive outside end, and now he's the starting strong side tackle for the Colerain Cardinals, wearing 51 tonight from his 6 that he wore all year.
Satterwhite once again in motion. Handoff once again to MJ Flowers, and the Elder defense is there. MJ's going to pick up by sheer will just another yard, and it's going to be 3rd and long.
Yeah, Samari Freeman off the nose tackle. Limits him to a 2-yard gain right there. We've seen him make 2 plays. Really the only size up front at 240 pounds. He's a fireplug at only 5'9". It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 7.
Yep, 5'9", 240 junior. Their other defensive lineman, 6'3", 210-pound sophomore, and 6'4", 205-pound junior. Not a huge offensive line, but they've gotten some pressure here early. Now in the shotgun is Zay Jennings. MJ Flowers lined up right next to him. Snap is back. He fakes the handoff, going to keep it to himself. Finds some room. He's got some seam, and he's into the open. There's a good block down the field. Zay Jennings makes 1-man miss, makes 2-man miss. Stays on his feet into Elder territory, all the way down past the 30-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 28. First down, Cardinals.
Well, you said we were not going to see Rob Florian, but a little bit of ghost of Rob Florian. That's an Elder play we typically see at a quarterback draw from the Panthers in the past. Be the bane of Colerain's existence. This to start the game, Zay Jennings with the quarterback draw.
Shotgun 4 wide, no hesitation, right up the middle, first down. Colerain at the Elder 28.
Once again, now under center. Zay Jennings takes the ball, hands it off to MJ Flowers. He goes through. He's into the open. He's down to the 10. He's down to the 5. Touchdown, Cardinals. MJ Flowers, 28-yard rush for the score.
I tell you what, you come into a hostile territory in your first possession, you score in 4 plays, 80 yards, 9:15 in the first quarter. Colerain strikes first.
And it's not true. But I remember back in the day, and Bolden would say the same thing.
Why are you going to say it if it's not true?
Well, it's a funny thing that Combs would always say, no matter what happened, okay, the other team received the ball. Okay, defense, they chose you. They want they want to kick it. Offense, they chose you.
Here comes the extra point attempt, which has been exciting this year. Snap is back. It looks good, and it is good.
At 9:15 of the first quarter, it's Cardinals 7, Panthers 0. He would always say, offense you pick the other team doesn't have a choice to pick offense or defense. In this case, though, the Elder defers. They picked the Cardinal offense, put them deep, try to start the field position game early, and the Cardinals answer with an 80-yard touchdown drive.
And there was really nothing fancy with that touchdown right there. It was a straight fullback dive.
Yep.
It wasn't a read option. It was a straight give.
And this is what we see. Elder was there. Flowers had his 4 or 5 yards, but it's that second level, the secondary. Flowers breaks that tackle, and in this case, he got shoelaced. He stayed on his feet, stumbled a bit, but then got himself together and finishes with a touchdown.
Yeah, Elder really committed their safeties and defensive backs, almost playing even with the linebackers. So you got that secondary defense. There's not that third line of defense behind the linebackers.
Brian, can you take the kickoff, please?
Alex Young set to kick. I'll take it.
Thank you, Brandon.
Yeah, we've seen the last couple of weeks, Alex Young just kind of been popping it up or squibbing it. Expect the same.
And it is going to be kicked deep.
I'm wrong again.
As deep as Young can really kick it, but it's got some space here to the side. Good look for the Elder. Down the sidelines. He's going to get out for a big return for number 10. You guys have number 10's name for? I don't see him.
I was looking at the too deep. I don't have number 10's.
Luke Ottenrib.
Oh, Luke Ottenreeb.
Gets the return out to the Elder 44-yard line. So the
Right,
Panther. I see it now.
Yeah, he's only had 6 returns of the year, and his longest was 30. He gets about that.
Ben Hamilton goes 4 wide with the tight end. Empty backfield. Steps back, looks. They're going to go deep. Hamilton scrambling around, out ahead to Ramsey. Or no, that's not Ramsey. That's 12. No, that is Drew Ramsey. Up, can't hold on, knocked away by I should know my own kid's name. Banks. Tayshawn Banks knocks it away.
He just kind of floated it to him there. It was more of a scramble drill.
Honestly, Hamilton tucks that and runs. He at least picks up 4 or 5 yards, maybe a first down, but he chose to throw it. So it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Panthers.
Thanks, guys. I'm trying to pull double duty here, tweeting it without Jason here. Okay.
You could have just asked me, but it's fine. You got it.
That's a great point. Yeah, you absolutely could have. All right, so 2nd down and 10 for the Elder Panthers here at their own 44-yard line.
Ramsey's in a quarterback. They're going to bring a big 2 tight ends and a fullback in.
Hamilton's got the ball. He's going to keep it himself, turn around the middle. He's going to pick up some yards. He's going to pick up about 4 yards on the carry up to the 47-yard line. It'll be 3rd down.
And a good job.
6.
Good job by Terrell Banks. They want to run that little quarterback keeper wildcat to the strong side, and Banks does a good job. He keeps contained and forces it back inside where there's just not as much room for Ramsey to run.
Kenny Willis, number 1, calling out signals on the defensive side.
So they're 3rd and 7.
Cardinals look like
Hamilton's back, drops back, looks to pass, got some time, throws it, and it is caught.
nice play.
That was a nice catch. On the coverage was number 3. The catch was made by number 16 at the Colerain 45-yard line. It'll be 1st down for Elder.
Yeah, Foster was in the coverage, knocked it out of the hands of Andrew Harp, but Harp catches it really on the second bounce. He had it initially. Foster knocked it out of his hands, but then he caught it before it hit the floor as he falls and picks up the 1st down into Cardinal territory.
So back to the shotgun formation.
Yep, 3 wide receivers to the right of Hamilton. Make it 4 as 19 now moves over that way. Hamilton takes it. He's going to roll to his right, looking to throw that way. Elder certainly known for their passing, and there's another catch made out by number 16. He's going to be just short of the 1st down, but an 8-yard pickup. Once again, it's that man. That is
Andrew Harp.
Yep, Andrew Harp on the catch. That's his 2nd of the night.
Just that extra 4th guy was a tight end, really just a block on that side. They run a flood 3 patterns to the right side, and the one just kind of sits at the 8, kind of a comeback kind of route, and just kind of sits there. Cardinals look like they're almost man-to-man more than zone there, and gets it in front of the defense and sets up a 2nd and short.
2nd down and 2.
Wholesale substitution. They bring a couple of fullbacks in the game.
Ramsey back at quarterback.
Yep.
So a wildcat action here, I guess you call it that. So Ramsey's going to get it, and he's just going to run himself. He's going to look for the 2 yards. He hesitates, wait for the hole to open, and I think he found it. Yeah. He's going to take it down inside the 35 to the 34, and that'll be a 1st down for the Panthers.
Yeah, he didn't really have any room to run, but he didn't. There was no push either way. Cardinals held their ground, but didn't get to the ball carrier, and Ramsey just kind of gets to the back of his offensive line and just kind of rides it past the line.
Well, it's kind of interesting. They had 3 different wide receivers come in, all built like fullbacks on a running play. Now they've just substituted them all out.
Ramsey just kind of waited, and then there's a little space that can fall forward for the 1st down.
Yeah, you can see it coming, but you still got to stop it.
So 1st down and 10 for the Panthers on the Colerain 34. Colerain up 7-0 early here in the 1st quarter. Snap is back to Hamilton. He's going to hand it off, and he's caught in the backfield by the Colerain Cardinals. Number 14 with the tackle for a 1-yard loss.
That was Levert Jarman. They run the little jet sweep reverse. Jarman, as the outside linebacker, keeps contained, and Jaden Folsom closes in, and the middle linebacker takes that and keeps it for no gain. Big hit. I think Jarman and Folsom kind of double teamed on that hit on Ramsey.
Yep. So 2nd down and 10 on the board, although it's closer to 2nd and 11. And 3 wide receivers set here to the left now. Hamilton takes it, looks left. A little bit of pressure, but still has time to throw. And Ramsey's caught it. It's complete inside the 20-yard line. So once again, Ramsey getting behind the defense and coming up with a big catch inside the red zone.
Yeah, I think we had a little blown coverage right there. Somebody covered him. They've been playing man. They went a little bit of zone right there, and he diverted his route and took it a little bit deeper, found a spot behind the linebackers in front of the safety, and they just kind of lost where he's at, and that's one guy you don't want to lose where he's at.
Yeah, we talked about it. You got 2 sophomores, and your 5th DB is a 3rd sophomore in the secondary, and Banks just kind of confused on that play as what the coverage was, and Ramsey finds the open space.
So now, once again, the shotgun. Hamilton's got it. He passes it out to number 4 in the backfield. He's going to rush to the edge. It's Flowers who's got it. And he's going to take it down, I think, inside the 10 or right at the 10. So he's going to be short of the first down, but it's going to be very close to another pickup. And the Elder Panthers are knocking on the door, trying to even this score up.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting, this passing game. They're really going kind of sidelines to sidelines, stretching it out, trying to get run after the catch. They're not really, other than the one that they just had to Ramsey, they're just kind of quick hitters.
Yep.
Move in the pocket a little bit so the quarterback doesn't have to stand there that long.
We get the wholesale substitutions, and now Ramsey will be the quarterback and run the ball.
You have to go back a long ways to see an Elder team that wasn't
He
primarily focused on throwing the football.
He will throw the ball, though.
He's 6 for 7 on the year, but here we go.
And some movement. I got to think the way that whistle was blown, it's on the Panthers.
Yeah, Colerain shifted the entire defensive line before the snap, got one of the offensive linemen to move a little bit early. So the 2nd down and 3, he's going to move it back, turn it down to 2nd down and 8.
We'll certainly take that.
And this is one of those things where everyone knows it. Everyone knows it's coming, right?
Right.
They bring in a substitution package. Ramsey lines up a quarterback. You know they're going to run the ball with Ramsey.
Right.
But so far this season, he's got 900 yards rushing the ball. That says that
it's
pretty successful.
They haven't walked. Okay, here they go.
Yep.
Took them a while to call the penalty and walk it off. There's just getting to that now. So it's going to bring all the way back to the 15. They need to get to the 7 for the first down.
So Hamilton back in at quarterback. 3 receivers set wide to the right. Takes it, hands it off, a little trap play right through the middle. Made several guys miss. I should have my binoculars. I didn't see who carried that ball. It was number 26 on the carry. Let's see if he's on our 2 deep here. Nope. Let's give him proper credit. Let's find out who that is. Number 26, Nick Coleman, a 5'11", 170-pound, listed as a DB, but carried the ball on that play.
It might be 28. Is 28?
That's 28.
Oh, was it 28? Okay. I don't see him on the 2 deep either. Who's 28? Let's give him credit. Will Summers, 5'10", 165-pound junior running back.
Call him down at the 9. They need the 7 for a first down, but you got to think this is 2-down territory.
Oh, absolutely. Down 7-0 early. The Elder Panthers are going to look to try and tie this up.
Ramsey's back, quarterback.
Yep. We got man moving from side to side. Boy, their pre-snap movement here is unlike most that we see. Ramsey takes it. He's looking for some room. He's going to run. He's going to get enough for the first down. He's going to take it down to the 5-yard line. So early on, fellas, it looks as if Colerain's defensive line is struggling to get the penetration they're going to need to try and slow down these runs.
Well, Elder is overloading the left side with extra tight end and an extra fullback, and they're just kind of creating a little bubble. Ramsey's sitting in that bubble, and that bubble's just kind of moving ahead. Colerain is there. There's just more blockers than there are defensive
I honestly
backs.
don't think it's the defensive line. It's the secondary level. I think the linebackers aren't getting off to get into the backfield.
So first down and goal now for the Elder Panthers at the 5-yard line. Long sustained drive for Elder. Defensive shift, looking for some movement. Ramsey is once again back in at quarterback, and he's going to take it, and he's going to roll, and he's going to look for some running room, and he's going to find some, takes it back inside. He's going to pick up maybe 2-3 yards. I think he's going to pick up 2 yards on that. It's going to get down to the 3,
and that
so
was
2nd down and goal.
That was pure athleticism there by Ramsey. He was penetration by the Cardinals. He should have lost 2 yards, but he makes a man miss in the backfield, knifes through, and pushes the pile to get it to the 3-yard line. Actually, it's right at the 2-point conversion line.
There you go.
2nd and goal. And again, no doubt this is 4-down territory.
Oh, no question. Right. So
They've only attempted 2 field goals on the year anyways.
Right. No. It's very difficult to keep this. It will be very difficult to keep this offense out of the end zone with only 3 yards to go.
Cardinals have had a few 4th and goal or goal line stands this year. Try to do it again here in the playoffs.
Peyton Ramsey taking the ball, looking, throws it, pass is complete, and that's going to be a mistake. That's going to be a tackle for a loss back at the 5-yard line. So 2-yard loss for the Elder Panthers.
Drew Ramsey. Let's be sure. Let's be correct ourselves. They wish nothing against him. Peyton Ramsey played, 6 years in the Big Ten as a quarterback. I think.
Did I say Peyton?
You said Peyton. Drew Ramsey.
I said Drew.
Yeah, this
You
time.
said Peyton.
Oh, I
It's
said
Drew.
Peyton. It is Drew.
Yeah, he kind of.
Peyton's on staff.
I think I just saw him walk by.
Oh, did he? Okay.
He's up here in the booth.
I'm assuming the kid in the Northwest.
So yeah, he lost a yard. It's going to be 3rd and goal
Lost
on the
2.
4.
Yeah, he lost 2 yards.
Almost.
Yeah. So 3rd down and goal from the 4. Again, it is 4-down territory.
Hamilton's back in.
Yep, Hamilton's back in a quarterback. Got 4 wide receiver split. He takes it. He looks at it. He throws it into the Kickoff!
Just kind of threw it up in the air, and both kind of the offensive wide receiver is kind of yelling for a little kind of a push off, but that ball was just kind of thrown into traffic.
Well, it was one of those where I think the wide receivers both ran the route. They stopped because the initial route was there. They're changed, and Hamilton threw it where the receiver was, and the receiver acted like he was throwing it away, and Myrick's there to make the interception. So Cardinals with a goal line stand.
And
already down 2:26 left in this first quarter.
And let me be clear. The smartest and the best part of that entire thing, Myrick sat down at
Well,
the
the
end.
sophomore went to run, and Willis came up to him and went, down.
Get your butt down. So the Cardinals get to take it out to the 20-yard line, where they'll have it 1st and 10, up 7-0, with 2:26 to go here in the opening quarter. There's a handoff right over the middle, and the Elder Panthers were ready for that. Absolutely no gain for the Colerain Cardinals.
I don't know if that's the give, but that probably, if that was a give from the play call, but if Jennings keeps that, he's got some space as long as Shannon keeps that block. But
yeah, something was off in that thing. Shannon was coming in motion and almost brought his guy to where the handoff was.
Shannon was blocking the edge. He had him there.
So no gain on the play.
2nd down and 10 for the Cardinals. Man in motion. Zay Jennings now takes the ball, hands it off one more time to MJ Flowers. He's turning his feet. He's moving the pile. He's going to pick up 4 yards, and that's about it. It's going to be 3rd down and 6. I don't like having to wait to 3rd down to pull the ball, and it seems like, and hearing the broadcasts recently, this is kind of the MO, right? MJ, and then either a pitch or a quarterback keeper.
I won't say that's in the play call. That's just kind of what the defensive dictating. They're really playing the quarterback and the fullback. Yeah. They're taking away the pitch and saying, if you're going to not run with Flowers, you're going to make the quarterback get it.
So there goes Zay Jennings. He's going to keep it, gets through the middle. He's got one man to beat, number 21. He's up to the 50. He's down to the outer 40. He's down to the 30. He's on the sideline. He's heading towards the end zone. He's gone. Touchdown, Cardinals. Zay Jennings, the sophomore quarterback, takes it in from the 24-yard line. We'll call that what is that? I can't do the quick math.
It's 80.
76 yard touchdown.
76-yard touchdown run for Zay Jennings. He got through the line. It was the same run that he had earlier in the quarter, only this time there was nobody in the backfield except for one guy for him to beat, number 21. He did it, took it into the end zone, extra point pending.
As we see it, it'll be Drake with the hold, Young with the kick. Snap is back. Hold is down. Kick is good with 107. No good. Wide right. So 107 to play here in the first quarter. It's the Colerain Cardinals 13, the Elder Panthers 0, and a little bit of wrinkle. And you add things over the year. You build up, and that was not a straight. You're expecting. They're going to go outside veer, run it there.
Yep.
He steps one way with the fullback.
Yep.
Fullback to the outside veer to the right, takes a step to the left, follows a pulling guard, and he's got a quarterback counter. He's got space. He gets to the line of scrimmage, got through a face mask as well, and then it's just a race, and 21 did not take the best angle to catch Jennings.
I thought he had a shot.
I thought Jennings was going to get caught with a 12th defender of the sidelines, but Jennings pulls away and puts 6 on the board.
Well, and I don't know if he's got a headset that he can hear us, but I was just saying that teams have taken away the pitch or taken away Flowers and then make the quarterback beat you. Well, the quarterback just beat you.
As much maligned as he's been, it was a great offensive adjustment there. It wasn't the normal quarterback keeps it. It was a quarterback counter. He faked one way, stepped back the other way, followed a pulling guard, got through the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
And I guess that's probably his longest run of the year.
It is very much.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
He's only really broken off one other long run.
So 76-yard touchdown run for Zay Jennings. Extra point no good. And Brian, you've seen it enough this year how extra points have been a bugaboo for this team. I mean, missing 2 last week.
But most of them have been because of the exchange or something in the middle. Alex Young, when he kicks it, it's usually through. I don't know what happened there, but yeah, it's big. See Alex Young to be kicking off.
So kick balls up, and it's a pooch kick from the 40.
No one's there.
Yep.
Stay in bounds.
That's all right. Went just out of bounds right around the 20-yard line, and the Elder Panthers will not be able to return, but they will start off at their own 35, down 13-0 with 1:07 left to go here in the first quarter. And fellas, I mean, outside of the missed extra point, you really could not have asked for a better start for a Colerain team offensively that has really struggled all year long to put points on the board, and this has to give really the defense also a little bit of faith and a little bit of chutzpah as they go out there for their second series.
This defense has been carrying the offense all year.
Right.
And to have your first 2 drives go for points is huge for this defense.
Well, keep a lead like this, you're going to force Elder to be one-dimensional throwing the ball. Might take the runaway.
They have,
but it's still too early. It's only first quarter.
Right. Their run is quarterback keep, and there's snap back to Hamilton. He drops back to pass. Good protection in the pocket, and once again caught by Ramsey. I don't know how he gets that open. He takes it all the way out past the 50.
Well, since about 2005, every team has known that you can run a wheel route against the Colerain defense. It's just the nature of it, and if you have a quarterback that can throw it and a receiver that can run the route and get enough time for him to get open, and the quarterback delivers, it's just an opening in this Colerain defense. It has been since it was exploited by Tyler Lee, and then later on that year by Darius Ashley.
Yeah, and they've run that same play twice, and it's been successful twice.
So first down and 10 for the Elder Panthers on the Colerain 44, trailing 13-0 here with 1 minute left to go in the quarter. It looks as if there's flags.
Jarman tried to start the end of the quarter early, switching field position. Unfortunately for him, there's a minute and 1 second left in the quarter.
That's a polite way of saying he get a little head start on the snap. He's offside.
First and 5 from the Cardinal 39.
Don't need to give him yards, guys. They're good enough offensively. Again, averaging 324 yards and 29 points a game. This Elder offense can get it done. So now it's first down and 5 because of the 5-yard gift by the Colerain defense, jumping offsides. Again, we've got 3 wide receivers split wide to the right. Hamilton takes it, looks to the left, throws it out once again to number 16, Haney, who's got it, makes a man miss, down to the 20, inside the 20, all the way down to the 17-yard line. So no excuse for that missed tackle on defense. Gave up an additional 10 yards after the catch.
And it's a good strategy for Elder. They're going to put 4 receivers on one side. Cardinals are going to go man-to-man on that backside, and they're just going to say, all right, we're going to run a 5-yard hitch, and if he breaks a tackle, there's no one else there to really clean up till later downfield, and they get it inside the red zone.
And Harp's kind of tough to take down one-on-one. He's 6'5", listed at 205 pounds. He looks bigger than that, breaks that tackle.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, look, Elder's been known for throwing the football for years. This is what they do. They're very good at it. Nobody in the backfield. There's pressure on Hamilton. He's going to get hit and taken down. Sacked by the Colerain defense.
And perfect. Jarman had bad timing earlier. Perfect timing by Tayshawn Banks, the sophomore safety. Timed the snap perfectly on the blitz, and Hamilton had no chance to even get that ball off as he sacked for a 6-yard loss.
And he did a great job disguising that. I don't think we've seen a safety blitz this year. They went man on man. They brought him way up.
We have, just not that clean.
Elder head coach Doug Ramsey not happy with that play. First time we saw him
he might
remove his
I think he might be arguing
that
that Banks was early, but
he was not
the
happy either way.
referees did not call it.
Second down and 15 now, back at the 23-yard line. Again, the way this Elder offense picks up yards, though, it almost doesn't even matter. It's got 2 receivers split to the top, 2 to the bottom. Hamlin takes the ball. He snaps it and drops it. He did not catch it. Completion was made to the
out of bounds
to number 84, but it was, in fact, out of bounds.
Incomplete.
So it'll be third down and 15.
And that is the final play of the first quarter after 1 quarter of play here at the pit at Elder High School. It's the Colerain Cardinals 13, the Elder Panthers 0.
Yeah, the rain has kind of slowed down right now, but when you play on this AstroTurf, it soaks up the water.
Field turf.
Or field turf.
We're not playing in the 1980s, Dan.
Yeah. Artificial grass.
So there you go. That'll work.
Yeah, the water kind of dews on top of that, so that ball came off the turf to the quarterback's hand, and he never got a handle of that. But even if that's complete, it's pretty much got to the line of scrimmage. good defense, keeping everybody in front of them. I'll tell you what, we don't have any stats just yet. We're going to work on them tonight, but how about the time of possession's got to be ridiculous. Colerain's had two possessions. What about a total of 8 plays?
They scored within 3 minutes and probably within 2 for the other drive. So, again, you can reach us here in the booth at radio@wearecolerain.com or directly in the live chat here on YouTube. I'd like to give a shout-out listening from sunny Corona, California, Lenny Lopez listening in. And online, again, we want to thank the 2024 committee for Ted Cruz's election, doesn't say which one, for listening in. And also former Colerain Cardinal Rico Booker, one of the original wide guards here at Colerain.
There you go.
And I'll tell you what, he played when you played, and Rico didn't get the I don't think he got the credit he deserved. He's probably one of the best blocking wide receivers we've had here in a long time. And that's, a dad's perspective from the stand.
So as we get set here to start the second quarter, that sack and really fumbled snap have really changed the dynamic here, as it'll be 3rd and 15 for the Panthers at the Cardinal 23 to open the second quarter.
Yeah, they've got to get all the way down to the 9-yard line.
If there's anyone that can do it, though, you gotta believe. You got to believe it's these Elder Panthers. Again, their ability to throw the football with their route tree is quite impressive. 2 wide receivers split to the left, 2 to the right. Hamilton in the backfield, a little bit of pressure up the middle. He's got to move. He's going to not be able to move, and he just throws it incomplete. It made it back to the line of scrimmage. He was certainly within the grasp of the defensive lineman, but that's going to just fall incomplete, and it's going to be 4th down and 15.
And Andrew Harp kind of did a good job of coming back to be like, oh, yeah, he was throwing it to me. He wasn't just throwing it away. And I think Hamilton saw him deep and just tried his best to get it there.
But to your point, in high school, that doesn't matter, right? If there's a receiver in the area, or does it?
It does.
It does. Okay.
It's just no uncatchable in high school.
Yeah, it's 4th down, and they've still got the offense out there.
Well, I said they only got 2 or 3. They only have 3. Excuse, I said 2. It's 2 field goal attempts all year, so they don't have faith in them be about a 40-yard field goal attempt.
You hate to give it up here. Back to passes Hamilton. He looks. He throws it across the middle, and it is caught inside the 10, all the way down to the 9, and they're going to convert a 4th and 15 by a 16-yard completion. That's unbelievable. How do you let that guy get in the middle of your defense and just sit and catch that ball?
You got the time up front, and that's all that came down to. Cardinals can't get to the quarterback on this play.
Yeah, Hamilton, we've seen, if you look at his stats, he's thrown some interceptions, but he's got a 70% completion rate. Yeah. If you give him time and receiver, he can hit him.
He clearly knows this offense very well as a senior quarterback.
So, again, inside the 10, they got to go to Ramsey in the backfield. Well, they're actually going back. He's in the backfield, but he's also back there with Hamilton.
Yep, so you've got Ramsey now lined up in the backfield. Hamilton right next to him. Now Ramsey now moves up to the line. They're going to, again, all this pre-snap movement by Elder is just unbelievable. Hamilton takes it. He's going to roll to his right, looking to pass. He throws it. It's complete to Ramsey. He's going to try and get in, and he does not, but he takes it all the way down to the 1-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and goal at the 1.
Yeah. Getting a lot of complaints there by Jarman on the outside. Elder kind of got away with a little holding there on the outside.
I wouldn't call it holding as much as it's not called. I mean, it's the advantage of the modern game with the offensive play to do those slant routes that are really blocks.
Do you think they run the ball? It's going to get snapped to Ramsey, and he's just going to run it in. There's no way anybody's throwing now. Ramsey in at quarterback, back at the 5. He takes it, finds a hole, makes his way into the end zone. He got hit back behind the line, but he was able to, with his athleticism, was Drew Ramsey to get it into the end zone, and Elder's on the board for their first 6 points of the night.
Banks was there to meet him at the 1-yard line, and Ramsey he didn't run him over. He almost he didn't completely whiff on him. He took his legs out, but he did just enough to keep his the top of his body moving forward, so when he kind of falls, he's falling forward, reaches over and puts it in the end zone.
Yeah, Banks goes low. Ramsey stayed high, so he only just got the left leg.
Snap is back. Kick is doinked off the upright, and both teams have missed an extra point. 10:31 to play here in the second quarter. Cardinals 13, Panthers 6.
I'll tell you what, he couldn't have hit that goal post any harder. It's still shaking. That's only his 4th miss of an extra point on the year, but it does bring the Elder Panthers back within 7 points at 10:31.
How bizarre that they would miss an extra point. I mean, are you kidding me? Again,
It's not bizarre. This is Colerain Elder. When is a missed extra point bizarre? It happens all the time.
When Elder's
We've missed
kicker is
them.
37 for 38 on the season.
They've missed them. We've missed them.
I know, but it's
that's just the history of this game is missed extra points. Really,
Yes.
either one team blows the other out, or one team misses an extra point. That's really how this game goes.
It's a cliche to throw all the stats out when these two teams play, but there's some truth to it.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, so 13-6 now. The Colerain. This is an offensive score fest. We haven't had a punt yet. 13-6. Colerain over Elder with 10:30 to go here in the second quarter. Whew! It's gonna be a long night, fellas.
Well, I mean, time is always the same speed, but
It is indeed.
at least on Earth.
There's a line drive kick caught just in front of the 5-yard line. Good run back. It looks like up to the 20, up to the 25. Going to be taken out of bounds right around there. So Colerain will start off 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line.
If you change gravity, time might speed up or slow down, but it's relative. So you experience time at the same every single time.
Stop it.
I so miss these conversations on Friday night with you guys. It's just, I get smarter every time I'm on the mic with you, Brandon.
Just watch Interstellar. It'll explain the whole thing for you.
Here, so the ball's going to be spotted exactly at the 25.
Or just confuse you more. One of the two. Probably just confuse you more.
So Colerain just needs to keep doing what they've done. Zay Jennings under center. He's got 3 wide receivers split to his left. There goes Satterwhite in motion. Fakes the handoff. He keeps it himself. He's going to run it up the middle. He's going to have enough for the first down. Almost got loose. If not for the not shoestring, but jersey tackle of number 11 for the Elder Panthers, Zach Guntkus.
I wasn't going to say anything. I was going to let you try to pronounce it. We apologize to
I
him.
just stepped away and
Guntkunst.
let you guys take it.
Yeah, thanks. So good run.
Gutekunst. Gunkist.
Zay Jennings, fantastic move there. Faked the handoff up the middle. Tucked it on his own arm.
But did you see that? The pitch was taken away.
Yep.
Fullback was taken away. And the kind of
Stayed on his track. That was the most important thing. Didn't cut it too early.
There we go. There's a counter to number 2. He takes it up through the middle, and he's met by number 11 and number 33 of the Elder Panthers. Good tackle on defense for them, but not until the Cardinals pick up 4 yards on that run.
Really good tackle by Nate Shearer.
Yep.
Shannon had open space. It was just a one-on-one, and Shannon still's going to pick up about 4 or 5 yards, but Shearer keeps it from being a touchdown.
Nate Shearer, it says BS is his position. It just says BS. He's a 5'11".
Boundary safety.
Boundary safety, 5'11", 205-pound senior. Once again, under center now. The handoff is to MJ Flowers, and he's met at the line, but bulls forward, and he gets all the way up to about the 40. We'll call it the 44.
That's where the mark.
Yeah.
I thought that's a generous spot because it looked like Flowers.
Yeah.
It looked like Flowers goes down and then kind of put his arm forward, but I'll give him the 44, and it'll be 3rd and 3.
So this is where the Cardinals, if they get to 3rd down tonight, this is where they want to be, 3rd and short, and they can do some good work here. Obviously, not 4-down territory, still on their half of the field. See if they can pick up the first down. Number 2 goes in motion. There's Zay Jennings. He's going to cut up the field, and once again, he's into the open. See ya. Zay Jennings is gone. The sophomore quarterback has scored another touchdown, Cardinals.
Well, this one 57 yards at 8:38.
56, but yeah. Jennings has really one long touchdown all year, and he's got 2 here in the first half for the Cardinals.
I can't keep up with the tweets, but I'm going to try it again.
You want Brandon to tweet?
I got it.
Honestly, Chris, I mean, he's so kind and next to us from WCPO.
Yeah.
I usually just retweet Mike. He's kind enough to let me do it.
Once Dyer puts it out in the internet space, it's for anyone. So
Yes, Young's back to attempt the extra point.
Snap is back. Hold is down. Kick. He's good with 8:38 to play. Cardinals 20, Panthers 6.
Time of possession. It's got to be ridiculous right now.
well, I mean, but not really, because we got a 70-yard run and a 50. I mean, that only takes a few seconds.
Well, that's what I mean.
Oh, you mean
Elders.
Elder owns the time of possession.
Elder must own. We'll try to get the stats at halftime. It's kind of sometimes hard when you're the visiting team to find who's running.
I'm trying to
this
find does Elder
have the running stats somewhere?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking.
They should.
So, again, we appreciate everybody listening at home. Remember, it's radio at wearecoin.com, and we'll say it a couple times tonight, and Chris will give you the big, long speech, but we couldn't do anything here without being members of the Colerain Boosters, and your support incorporates the support. So go to wearecolerain.com, find the Join the Booster button, and for the little $5, you can support this team, all the teams, and all the extracurricular activities, drama, chess club, everything that happens at Colerain happens because of your support. Join the Boosters.
Thankful and appreciative for everything that all of our boosters do for all of our kids at Colerain High School.
So Young so far has kicked one deep with a big return, popped up with not much of a return. Elders had good field position between the 30 and 35 each time.
No doubt about it. Ball lined up at 40, 8:38 to go. And there's the kickoff. It's another pooch kick for the Cardinals. It's caught at the 20-yard line by number 37, taken up to the 25, up to the 30, hit and taken down shy of the 35-yard line. So once again, Elder with good starting field position. It's going to be up to this Colerain defense once again to either force a turnover or force a 4 and out.
Yeah, in the high school, if you're keeping them within the 35, I'm absolutely fine with that.
I'm okay with that, absolutely.
Because your dangerous guys are deep. Your up guys are blocking. If you can kick it to an up guy, he might get 10, 15 yards on the return, but he's not going to break the long one. Elder has run one back this year. So Elder at their own 33.
First down and 10 for the Elder Panthers. There we go with some, again, pre-step motion. Flowers comes in behind. Hamilton right next to him.
Changing the play up front.
Yep, 3 wide receivers split. Oh. Willis has got to stay on his man here. Hamilton looks to pass. Is thrown it right into the middle of the field. It is caught, and it is then dropped. So incomplete pass.
Yeah, looking for number 9, Nick Brosterman, on the play, and Hamilton really just had to settle, find the safety outlet there underneath. Maybe it would have been a 3, maybe at most yard gain, but it's dropped by Brosterman.
Zay Jennings has got to be thinking to himself, I didn't see GMC defenses like this all year. This is unbelievable. Snap is back to Hamilton. Once again, fades back, looks to pass, got some time, got some room in the pocket. And once again, same exact route. Ramsey catches it. Great tackle made on the edge by Willis, but not until he gets all the way up to the 45-yard line and a first down for the other Panthers.
In fact, it's the opposite of that route.
Well,
he ran on the inside and then came out.
You're still running a clear out with your outside receiver, and he just kind of settles underneath him.
If you have time, that play's undefendable at almost every level. You give time, you run that little corner route. And
he had time.
Yeah,
he had time.
You throw it right in between the second and third levels of the defense.
So here we go now. We now trips to the left. Hamilton takes it, looks to the left, get a little bit of pressure up the middle, throws it, and it is going to be incomplete. Over the intended target of Ramsey. It'll be second down.
Cardinals brought the blitz, and they went cover 0, which is something they've done a lot this year, and it was all city. Drew Ramsey guarded by the sophomore Tayshawn Banks, and Banks is there step for step.
Yeah, Banks, he stepped up and gotten better and better as the years progressed. Just a sophomore, but 6 foot, 170 pounds. That's a big sophomore.
Little did we know that when he caught that squib kick that he ran back for a touchdown, that the sophomore would have such a big year. He does have a kick return on the year.
Second down and 10. 2 receivers split to the top, 2 to the bottom. Hamilton all by himself in the backfield. No protection. Here comes the blitz right up the middle. It's picked up. It is turned off. And it is picked off. Number 11 for the Colerain Cardinals has got it, and he's checking down the sideline. He's going to take it back in. He's going to be tackled by number 52, but not until he gets inside the 15-yard line. And it's the second interception of the night for the Colerain defense, and the offense will get the ball once more.
It's coming back.
Pass interference on the Cardinals.
Jaden Folsom is the one that picked it off, but they're saying a little hold. I didn't see any contact at all.
Downfield. They called a holding pen.
Called a defensive holding.
Completely away from the play, I presume.
Well, it might have been. We might have had to settle for that underneath route and hold the ball 1 extra second because of a holding call.
So,
pass interference officially is the call on the Cardinals.
So the interception and return is wiped off the board. That is a backbreaker for the defense. That hurts. You had an opportunity to end something and really put maybe the first.
Yeah. We can't from this fogged glass that we're looking through. Tried to do a little bit of lip reading to see if I could pick a number to see if and really couldn't tell. But it's a first down into Colerain territory. Elder at the Colerain 41.
So first down and 10 now for the Panthers after the holding penalty on the
Pass
Colerain
interference.
defense. Pass interference. Snap is back to Hamilton. He hands it across the middle. Flowers has got it. He's going to pick up about 5 yards on the play. So that's a good run for Flowers up the middle. Cardinal defenders helping him up.
It's funny to see the little things that happen. Again, you're talking about 14 to 17-year-old, 18-year-olds. Jaden Folsom was there. Didn't really make the initial tackle. Was there at the end of the play just to make sure it didn't break. You could see the disappointment in Folsom, who just had the interception. In his body, like, he's like, fine, I made the tackle. I'm on part of the tackle, but it's kind of disappointment there as they set up for second and 6 for the Panthers.
2nd and 6 at the Colerain 37-yard line. Trailing 20-6 are the Elder Panthers. Hamilton takes it, passes out to number 4, and Flowers is tackled in the backfield. That is going to be a 6-yard loss by Tayshawn Banks.
Sophomore again making a play.
He's a sound tackler. I mean, obviously I haven't seen him.
And this has been the one thing that the Cardinals you've wondered about all year. These two safeties, sophomore starters, you knew they could play the run well, but you got sophomores and against LaSalle and against X, they were in all sorts of confusions to start the year, giving up just wide open routes, but they've really stepped up as the year's gone, and they read that play well for the 6-yard loss.
So back to now 3rd and 11, back to Colerain's 42-yard line now. Hamilton is back, looks to pass, a little bit of pressure up the middle, throws it, and it is caught up to the 30-yard line and run out of bounds. I think he's going to have enough for the first down.
He's got more than enough.
Needed 11. I think he picked up about 14 on that. So once again, Ramsey stepping up for the Panthers, and it's like, I mean, enough is enough with the Ramseys. This has got to be the last one. I'm just done with them. For God's sakes.
Yes, but it's the West Side. I'm sure there's some cousins and.
Well, you look through the roster on Elder, and there's tons of.
I'm sure his older brothers are now having kids of their own.
Oh my God! You mean like Doug's
generation?
Kids are going to be here in another 3 years.
Exactly. First down
and 10 for the Elder Panthers at the Colerain 27-yard line. Still trailing 20-6. 6:06 to go here in the first half. Snap is back to Hamilton. He fakes the pass, throws it across the middle to a wide open number 84, who takes it, and he takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. 27-yard touchdown pass from Hamilton to number, I believe it was 27. See if I can get a number on
84.
84. That was Justin Ree, a 6'1", 150-pound junior. So let's see.
That was just a well-designed play.
And a good play call.
Yeah, they caught Colerain on the blitz.
Only 17 catches all year for Justin
he did
Ree.
the pump fake to the underneath receiver, which brought the safety up, and he just slipped out behind. It was a well-designed, perfectly called play.
Colerain had the success stopping that little bubble screen.
Some movement up front on the extra point.
Elder jumps. So you run that little bubble, that little quick wide receiver screen. Cardinals run it up. Well, this time they fake it, and the safety steps up in unoccupied space. A little bit of maybe an offensive pass interference downfield, but the receiver knowing that he's not the one getting it, but he really didn't run into him. He just kind of stopped, got in Foster's way, and it opens up the running space for a touchdown.
So they're going to move this extra point back 5 yards.
That doesn't mean much of anything.
Yeah, it does. When he hit the upright on his first attempt.
We'll see.
But they're going to get that 5 yards back from the outside one of the Colerain outside linebackers kind of gets a head start, so they're going to get that 5 yards right back.
Maybe we'll get the extra point attempt off here shortly. 20-12, Colerain over Elder.
I would have
extra point pending for the Elder Panthers.
Now the referees are okay. We moved it back a half yard. They didn't spot it correctly.
Waiting for the extra point.
Snap is back. Kick is up.
Kick is good.
And kick is good with 5:59 to play in the first half. It's the Cardinals 20, the Panthers 13.
I tell you, emotionally, Colerain Cardinals have got to settle down. How big was that? That could be possibly be a 14-point swing. Would have put Colerain up. Even if they only get a field goal right there.
It's everything. You're talking about the holding call.
Yeah, the holding call on the interception.
Pass
interference that wiped out the interception. Yeah.
Yeah, and we don't know what Colerain would have done with that, but he was tackled, inside the 20, almost to the 15-yard line.
Again, we'll do our best to get halftime stats from around the area. we'll share, halftime scores from around the area, and we'll get stats as best we can. Again, we're new to being here at Elder. We've never been here before. But
according to Ted Cruz, it's
stats.
10-0 Sycamore.
Okay.
I didn't know that Texas was such a big fan of Cincinnati football, but give a shout out to Veronica, Brennan, and Thomas, as well as Jeff Lyons listening in. Jeff Lyons also in Texas, along with Ted Cruz.
We're going to retweet Mr. Springer of the Inquirer. He's here as well. Just takes it a little bit easier versus me having to.
Jason Young's back from the Cardinals. Decent return last time. He's lining up at about his own 5.
There's the kick. And it's a high kick, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be into the end zone. Yes, it is. Boy, that thing bounced at the 1, and I thought to myself,
we had that happen last week where the ball was, Young makes the decision to let it bounce, and it hits at the 1, and it was almost like the guy hit a 9-iron.
Oh,
it was perfect. That ball kind of kicked up, but it only got 1 yard deep into the end zone.
Right.
So
That was close.
A good decision. 5:59 left to play till halftime. Colerain up 20-13.
So Colerain not forced to punt yet tonight. Three possessions, 3 touchdowns. Let's see what they can do here on the 4th possession. This Elder defense has got to find a way to try and figure out how to stop this Colerain rushing attack. Zay Jennings, a sophomore quarterback, with well over 100 yards rushing here in the first half. Under center, takes it, rolls, pitches. It ball's in the air. It's loose, and it is caught by MJ Flowers. He can get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that was the most interesting pitch. He pitched it. The fullback ran with that ball, bouncing off his helmet at least 6 times.
No, that was the Shannon. Was the playside wingback was in the path of the pitch. It kind of just stayed on his helmet. Flowers.
Yeah, the defender was right there too. It was bouncing between the defender and Shannon.
They're actually marking it as a 2-yard loss.
It's a 1 yard loss.
It's
I tell you, I'll take the 1 yard loss. Other than
that could have been that could have been picked off and just run in the
defensive end. Yeah, almost had that.
So here we go now, 2nd and 11. Zay Jennings takes it. He's going to run around. He's going to get tackled, but he's going to get out of the tackle. He's going to just try and get to the sideline, and he does. But he's going to lose yards on that play. I'm not sure what was going on with that particular play. I guess just thinking he could get to the side.
That was the old student body. The quarterback just kind of takes a bunch of lead blockers and tries to get the edge, but good penetration. The defensive end does not get blocked.
Yeah, 2 plays really outside of the, they ran the base kind of offense for the first series. Try to get a little cute here in 1st and 2nd down, and it's now 3rd and 14.
The Cardinals offense are now what we would call, I think, off schedule. 3rd and 14 is not a situation they want to be in. Certainly deep now in Panther territory, all the way down to the 16-yard line. So they've gone back 4 yards on the first 2 sets. We've got wide
back to the shotgun.
Yep. Got a man in motion. Zay Jennings is going to keep it, is going to look for a hole, and they close the hole quickly, and he's not going to get any yards on that. And it's going to be 4th down and 14, and on comes the punting unit for Colerain in hopes that they can get this ball maybe at least to midfield or beyond.
Yeah, they had success early with that quarterback draw of shotgun formation. This time they tried a read option. That left side was so thin with Panthers. If he didn't bother with the handoff and just went straight ahead, possible.
No.
But Elder was all over that.
New punter right now, Jason Young.
Yeah, we saw him last week punt for the first time.
He's got it. He punts it. It's going to be a short punt, but it is a clean punt, and it's going to bounce. I think it bounced off of a Colerain helmet.
Yeah.
And that's going to result, I guess, in a flag, illegal touching.
Because he didn't give him the opportunity to catch it.
Kick catch interference.
I mean, we're finding new and creative ways to draw penalties on a weekly basis.
Yeah, the punter, it was a short kick, and the punt returner was coming up, and it probably shouldn't have went for the ball, but he went for the fair catch and can't run it up, and
it's actually a really smart play by the returner.
Right, nobody on the coverage team knew where the ball was at.
So the referees are now meeting at the Panther head to discuss exactly how that plays out. So
is that from the end of the play or as a spot foul from where the foul was killed?
The spot foul is at the same spot where it hit him in the helmet, so it doesn't matter what if it's just wherever he marked the contact with the ball,
which was.
So the penalty is marked off from where the ball is dead.
Yeah,
which is right where the returner would have caught it, because he was right on. I mean, literally, the returner's hands are catching it, and the helmet gets in the way. if you're gonna kick catch interfere, and actually hit the guy. But I mean, it's one of
I'm
those.
assuming the ball will be at the 40-yard line.
No,
The
it'll be
flag
at
was
the
at the
45.
It's at the 45. It'll be a 15-yard penalty to put it at the 30.
30.
The flag was thrown at the 50.
But the
spot was at the 45.
The spot was at
he
the
just
45.
threw the flag because that's the penalty. The spot was at the 40.
Well, that is devastating for the defense because now the Elder Panthers are going to have 1st and 10 at the Colerain 30-yard line, trailing 20-13 with 4:20 left to go. Colerain had a 20-6 lead, and they're on the verge here, giving it all back. Got to find a way to slow down this Elder offense. Snap is back. Plenty of time to throw it as Hamilton. He throws to his right, and it is incomplete. Intended for Ramsey out of bounds. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, there's Banks against one-on-one coverage. They're rolling him out of the pocket, taking him away from that pressure, and the throw was there, but even if he comes down, he's probably out of bounds.
Yeah, he's out of
Great
bounds.
coverage all over for the Colerain defense.
So didn't see a pressure on Hamilton that time. Do you think maybe that's a change in offensive philosophy here?
No, that was just a
He
rollout.
rolled out of the pocket.
That was just that.
Yeah, but they didn't send a blitzer on that one.
No.
So
They
I'm just
did.
curious.
Jaden Folsom came from the outside. Whenever they go forward, Jarman bumps outside, becomes the.
Did Folsom come from the backside?
Yeah.
No, he came from the play side.
Okay. So 2nd down and 10. Incomplete pass, so clock stopped. Ball still on the 30-yard line. Colerain up 20-13. Snap is back. Got pressure up the middle. It's a little pass through the middle, and it is incomplete. Incomplete.
I tell you,
They're going to be yelling for pass interference, but I'm
No,
sorry.
they're yelling for roughing the passer.
Oh, really?
yeah, they run a screen pass. Colerain kind of sitting on it right now. Great play by the linebacker to break it up.
No, that was Tayshawn Banks there to break it up, and honestly, Flowers does a good job of just being in the way because Banks could have picked that off and took it the other way.
Right.
So
And by the way, right, everybody feeling the same thing I am. Every single drive for the Panthers is 4-down territory. I mean,
Oh, yeah,
any
no
chance they're
doubt.
punting
No,
tonight,
no.
they're going to go for 4
Unless
down
they're
everything.
pinned deep in their own end, yeah. It's
Right,
fourth down.
exactly. So
yeah,
sitting on the
at the 30-yard line, they're too close to punt. They're too far away for a field goal.
Right in that no man's land. So 3rd down and 10 now.
So Colerain wants to get some pressure here.
In the shotgun.
They're going to
Once
have
again.
5 to the right.
There goes
Side.
Ramsey behind. You got 4 wide receivers split to the right here. He's going to roll out, and of course he's going to get it, and he's going to be tackled immediately out of bounds, short of the 25-yard line. So he's going to pick up about half of what he needed. Call it 4th down and 5 at the Colerain 25.
Less than half. They're going to have him out right in between the 20, right at the 24, it looks like. So they'll need the 20 here on 4th down. That you don't see. You see quads every once in a while. You don't see
Quince.
right.
Yeah, and they just took the 4 wide receivers and ran clear out and left them one-on-one. But he's going to need a little over. Let's call it 6 yards, maybe 6.5.
Yeah, he almost. I mean, he's barely at the 24. We're going to get a timeout from the elder bench.
Probably a good timeout for them. They want to be able to convert this and
Well,
continue to drive and maybe tie it up.
The
here.
offense would like to convert a 1st down.
I think they do.
Yeah, I was watching that there because they were taking a long time to get that play call in. And I was looking in the end zone. I'm surprised. No play clock here
They do
at
not
the pit.
Nope, they do not have a play clock. You are correct.
So 4:09 left to halftime. Elder trying to chip into this Colerain lead, trailed by 7.
Well, that's an exciting game, right, guys? I mean, that's what we hoped for. We wanted to see.
Well, I tell you what, I think one of yours predictions, first team to 20. I don't think in any of us thought that 20 would be gotten in the first half.
No.
I don't think Jennings has a 100-yard game on the year, and he had it in the first quarter.
Yeah. Runs of 76 and 54 or something like that. Yeah, he's got over 100 and he's got over 120 yards on 2 runs alone.
I mean, I think there might be one game he broke 100 all year at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, well, I mean, the offense, to your point, Brandon, you say it all the time, right? The offense runs on what the defense gives you, and it seemingly has been the MJ Flowers show for most of the year.
It's really a surprise to me because the Elder defense is normally make as many decisions as possible, and occasionally the fullback breaks a real long one.
Right.
But since the first play, we really haven't seen a pitch. It's been Jennings cutting it up and keeping it. So 4th down.
So Hamilton lined up in the backfield, as is Ramsey. Just watch Ramsey. He's going to get the ball. He goes in motion. There goes Hamilton, flips his head, looks for Ramsey. The pass is in the air. Jarman's up, and it is caught. and it's going to be a first down. I mean, it's so predictable, right? It's so predictable.
It's predictable, but you still got to stop it.
Right.
They rolled him out and just ran him out on just a swing route. The defender was there, and it was just a jump ball, but
Jarman's holding the side right now.
yeah, Jarman came down a little bit weird, but he had him one-on-one, but the defender has his back to the quarterback, so the wide receiver has a good advantage at that point. So Elder first down, what is it, 17-yard line. Hamilton's coming out.
Interesting. They only list Ramsey as 6'1".
It's a tall 6'1".
It's a tall 6'1".
Well, Ramsey's a quarterback now.
Yep.
Tight end, backside.
See what happens here. Snap back to Ramsey. He takes it. He's going to run to his left. He's going to have a little bit of running room there, but it's cut down quickly by two Colerain Cardinals.
Yeah, your starting tackle, who's also one of your defensive linemen, who was 6 and is now 51 by Hunte Stanley, the senior, got penetration and strung out Ramsey and holds him to a 1-yard gain.
It was that Foster that came up and assisted him on that.
Colerain defense has got to have a bend, not break mentality here. They've got to find a way to keep Elder out of the end zone to preserve that lead. 3 minutes, coming up on 3 minutes to go here in the first half.
And give this Colerain defense credit. The variety of plays that they're seeing. Now Hamilton's back at a quarterback.
Yep.
The only more complicated offense, I mean, St. X is complicated routes, maybe not by formations that this team throws at you.
Yep. Hamilton takes it, drops back, looks to pass. A little bit of pressure at his feet. Going to run, going to throw, and it's going to be caught and immediately tackled now just before the 10. So, again, short of the first down, but pick up a 5 yards on the play.
They almost had him. Good penetration up the middle.
Yep.
They got a hand on the quarterback, did the Colerain defensive line, but he slipped out.
Shocking to me that there hasn't been one holding call on Elder all night. Not a single one.
Well, there's only been one real penalty all night.
And it was a big one. There's two big ones.
We've got two big ones.
Kick-catch interference and...
The kick interference was not an arguable penalty.
Oh, I know, but it's a big penalty.
But it's a big penalty.
So
it matters.
3rd down and 4.
So 3 wide receivers split wide out to the left. Hamilton in the backfield along with Luke Flowers right next to him. See if he gets a handoff here trying to find some hole. Nope. Drops back, looks to pass. Hamilton throws it across the middle to a very famous play that Elder loves to run. Tackled at the 5-yard line, but enough to pick up another Elder first down. What do you call that, Brandon? It's a kind of a comeback route, right?
It's a
Tunnel or bubble screen.
Tunnel or bubble
It's a tunnel.
screen. Yeah.
Bubble goes to the outside, tunnel comes to the middle.
They love that play. That's a staple in the Elder playbook.
First and
God,
goal
I've
from
seen
the
that
5.
for 20 years.
And that is tough to defend
It
when
is.
you're man-on-man because you're running through traffic and a pick.
Yep. So first down and goal for the Elder Panthers now with 1 minute and 37 seconds to go. Colerain defense, come on now, step up. Find a way, stop him. Hamilton in the backfield by himself, takes the pass, going to tuck it and try and run it himself. Good play call on his part. He's going to get, I think, into the end zone. Let's see where they mark it. Well, they haven't. Nope, they're going to mark him just shy. They're going to mark him just shy of the end zone. So it's going to be 2nd down and goal at what I can only assume is the 1-inch line. Plenty of time left. Elder with 2 timeouts.
You got a Colerain. Is that a Colerain player or somebody's getting up a little low?
Was that Hamilton?
It was number 20. It's Jarman again. He was hurt a couple of plays ago, and he was slow to get up on that one.
Nah, he just walked. A lot of contact up the middle. He's just kind of shaking up there, but you don't want your lead tackle on.
He's going to have to. They called timeout.
He does have to come out. But Hamilton was trying to get in there, and Ramsey kind of grabbed him. They both kind of had the ball, and it looked like Ramsey fell into the end zone, but he didn't have the ball. We can't really hear the whistle. We're inside behind glass. Referees did call him down at the half-yard line.
So Ramsey's going to come in at quarterback now. Hamilton on the sideline. And he's going to take it and use his athletic ability and just take it right into the end zone, I'm sure. Nothing special here. We'll see what happens. Snap is back. He takes it. He looks to run up the middle, and he's going to be hit. But he spins himself into the end zone for a touchdown. And the Elder Panthers are 1 point away from tying this game at 20.
And that's a huge score because the Panthers will get the ball first to start the second half. And there's not much time for the Cardinals to answer.
No, I mean, unfortunately, the Cardinals have gifted Elder a couple of short fields. But, again, Elder has not punted the ball. We've only seen one punt tonight, and that was Colerain on the last series.
The only stop Colerain has had is the interception in the end zone.
That's right. So what we talked about pregame is focusing on this Elder offense and their passing game, and it is lethal. There's a snap back, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 46 seconds left to go in the first half, it's Colerain 20, And the Elder Panthers, 20.
I'll say it again. What a swing. The
entire momentum has totally changed.
That pass interference. And I tell you what, look at the rain. The rain has just picked up, too. What was a light rain earlier is now a monsoon.
It's coming down pretty good.
So the monsoon doesn't refer to the amount of, the heaviness of the
Here we
rain,
go.
but the amount and length. So technically it's not a monsoon. But, you do you with incorrect metaphors.
Seems to be a stinging rain. So Colerain's going to have just 46 seconds left. They have 2 timeouts left. No, it looks like they have 3.
They have all 3 timeouts.
Colerain has returned 1 kick this year.
Tayshawn Banks in the first.
Tayshawn Banks, and it was kind of a pop-up kick. It really wasn't a deep one.
He wasn't the return man. He was just the up man who broke through.
Jason Young does have that ability if he can get a good block.
But 2 out of 3 have been touchbacks. Well, 3 out of 4. 2 out of 3 to start. Now this will be the 4th, 3rd.
That's going to go into the end zone, which is great for Colerain. I mean, if you are going to try and do something with 46 seconds, which I would advise against, even with 3 hours.
Well, you do what you do.
3 hours?
You run the ball.
3 hours.
Oh, with less than a minute. I'm sorry,
Yep.
with less than a minute to go in the half.
3 hours. I'm like, what are you talking
I
about?
don't know why it's 3 hours. That makes no sense.
Yeah, you're not going to do anything crazy here. Just run the ball, and if you break the long one, if you catch lightning in the bottle,
It's the playoffs. You can't hold back anything yet.
So they're going I formation.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine. I imagine this will just be a turn handoff to MJ Flowers. Zay Jennings trying to get the Elder defensive line to jump off sides. Didn't get it, so he's under center. Takes the ball, fakes the handoff, keeps it, pitches it to number 2. Amir Shannon's got it. He's going to stay on his feet. He's going to get it out to about the 28-yard line, we'll call it. So good run, 8-yard pickup.
And they got what they wanted. They got one-on-one with the safety who makes the tackle.
Right.
Bartley Thomas. 27 seconds left. Colerain still has 3 timeouts left.
Yeah, I mean, they're not calling timeouts here. They're going to run the ball, and now we have a flag. We have offsides against Colerain.
Must have been lined up offsides. They didn't call false start. They called offsides on the offense.
So offense once again shooting themselves in the foot a little bit here. Just
Well,
took away 5 yards.
but it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter. Clock doesn't stop.
Nope.
They probably only got time for one more play.
honestly,
They shouldn't even snap it.
Yeah, I don't. Unless you're doing something tricky here, there's no. Yeah.
They're not. They're not.
And that's what the sidelines does. They're not going to run us. So they will let the clock run here, and the clock strikes 0 here at the pit at Elder High School. It's the Colerain Cardinals 20, the Elder Panthers 20.
What a game. This did not go the way we necessarily thought it was going to go, but it's, surprise, surprise, 2 5-5 teams are tied at 20 at halftime. So, I mean, for the second half, Elder's going to start off with the ball. And look, at the end of the day, if Colerain has any chance to win this game, they've got to figure out this Elder offense. They've got to find a way to contain Ramsey, which they have not done in the first half. And offensively, they just got to keep doing what they're doing. They're doing a fine job. So, nothing else from you guys?
No.
Go ahead and we're going to go silent here. We're going to, again, try and get stats, scores from around the city. There are all kinds of games being played.
Yeah.
And we will be back with, 5 minutes left on the 5 minutes left on the scoreboard. Thanks for tuning in to WeAreColerain.com's presentation of Colerain Cardinal football.
And welcome back for second half stats and scores for around the region.
Yeah, so we're scrambling to get the stats here.
You're scrambling.
We just got it.
Everyone else had the stats.
No, I just got it from Chris.
No, everyone else had it.
Off the screen.
But, but Elder's printer has run out, but we've got the set. Zay Jennings, 8 carries, 193 yards. He's averaging 23 yards a carry. Flowers held only to 37 yards. There are no receiving yards for, and as we said earlier, Elder, it's Drew Ramsey, 8 carries, 16 yards, and 9 receptions for 90 yards. That's really about it. And Hamilton is for Elder is 16 for 23, but not that many yards, only 170 yards. So Colerain is doing the job. Elder's got the short field a couple times, and the big turnover that wasn't led us to where we're at. It's 20-20. You got some scores around town, Brandon?
Well, it's 20-20 on the scoreboard. It's 20-20.
And we said the first team to get to 20 has got the advantage here.
That's all I had. I was trying to be funny.
You're trying.
So we head to the playoff bracket. The number 1 seed Moeller Crusaders lead the Oak Hills Highlanders 35-0. A little bit of a surprise, not in the score, or at least, I'm sorry, not in the current team winning, but the gap between those two teams. St. X only leads Hamilton 20-7. At halftime, it was 20-0, but Hamilton put one on late in the half. Lakota West 49, West Claremont 0. So a running clock to start the second half. Princeton 14, Walnut Hill 0. So only 14 points at half for Princeton, who seems to have lost their offense these past couple of weeks. The only surprise score right now, the 12-seeded Sycamore Aviators lead Lakota East 13-0 at half. Although Lakota East was driving to open the second half. Elsewhere, the 6th seed Milford trails Lebanon 7-0 at half. Here, as was mentioned, 20-20. Elder, Colerain 20 apiece. Elsewhere in Division 2, Winton Woods 20, Turpin 7. LaSalle leads Harrison 42-7.
So if you would have told me at halftime or going into the second half that St. X would not be the GCL team to have a running clock going, but it would be Moeller and LaSalle, I don't know that I would have believed you. But that is in fact.
I might have
exactly
believed you, but I wouldn't have believed that St. X would have the least amount of points.
Tied with Elder with only 20, right? Well, I mean, you wonder if, honestly, if they're actually starting all their starters.
That's true.
I mean, there's no reason for St. X to roll out all their starters against Hamilton. It's just not necessary.
Well, Hamilton does have athletes. They've been around forever. They got one of the best running backs. He just has no support, but you're absolutely correct that, we in complete shock when we played when we played St. X at the beginning of the season, but they've got a couple surprise losses on them, and the Juggernaut's going to beat everybody, the best St. X team we've seen in 20 years. I think they got a little preseason overhyped.
Well, they won a couple of games early big, and they, you're right. There was maybe a sense that, this team is great. But, I mean, we were having the conversation before we went on the air with WCPO's Mike Dyer, who's here sitting right next to us, about kind of the overall, play of high school football over the past, we'll call it 5 to 10 years. And in my estimation, it's trending downward. Football today at the high school level is not as, in my opinion, is dynamic. That especially the Division I teams are not as deep, and they don't execute at the level that we saw, 5 to 10 years ago. Now, I don't know. We can talk about is it lower enrollment numbers at some schools versus others? Is it lower participation numbers? Is it kids having more things to do that they don't do nearly as much from a football perspective? I don't know. I just know that what I see on the field when I look at that St. X team and I go, yeah, they're good, but I mean, they're not. I mean, they're not 05-07 St. X championship good. Not even close, in my opinion. And you've heard some folks talk about, that could be the best team in 20 years, and it's like, I don't think I go that far. They're decent, But again, you lose at home to an 0-6 Trinity team. I don't care who Trinity's played. If you lose 6 games,
in their defense, it might be the best offense they've ever had on a playoff caliber team. But that's just because the offense is really good, and the other offenses were just good enough to let the defense, special teams, win games.
So, but I mean, as all that being said, in my opinion, X is still the favorite to win their second straight state title. I mean, I think they can. I think they're going to run through this region. They may struggle a bit with West, maybe, depending on what kind of defensive game plan Tommy can put together up there at West. And then we'll see what happens if St. Edward can make their way to the state championship game. They could be a very good challenge.
Well, Medina is the number 1 state championship in the poll.
Yeah, right. Whatever.
They defeated everyone in front of them.
I understand.
Defeated Mentor by more points than everyone else did.
And Mentor also. You want to talk about a program? I mean, where are the mentors? And by the way, nobody's talking about Pick Central. And I know Region 3 is terrible. I mean, it is terrible.
Yeah.
But, I mean, did Pick Central just fall off the map? Are they just not that good anymore? How did that happen?
Honestly, it's going to be a lot like a lot of years where Region 1 and 4
Right. Yeah.
dominate.
Right. I totally agree. Because Region 3 is terrible.
Yep. Yeah. And
Region 2 is not
what about
better.
Wayne? What about Wayne?
Wayne
is just
Wayne's a 3 seed, actually. They're pretty good this year.
Yeah. But, I mean, are
But
they...
they're also losing to Kaufman in it.
And Kaufman, I think, has a losing record.
Worst Kaufman team in a long time. Worst Liberty. I mean, talk about Colerain struggling this year. All Intention Liberty went to 4 consecutive state semifinals, and they got running clocked by Princeton. So
You see what I'm saying? It's just...
Dublin Kaufman. How many times has one of these GCL schools played them in the Final Four?
Yeah, at least a half dozen times.
And they got running clocked by Princeton.
It's
And Turpin, a team losing to Witten Woods by two scores and a half.
I mean, and again, it's not anything, of course, personally against any kids. It's just that the overall quality of high school football, I think, crested about 5 to 7 years ago, and it's been on just a steady, slow decline down.
And we are now set.
But we got a great game going on here.
Doesn't make it any less exciting, right? I mean, it's 20-20 here at Elder High School, here at the pit on the campus of Elder, and this is it's such a storied stadium, and we're so grateful to be here. Especially, I want to give a shout out to Phil Bangle of PSRN, who's the assistant athletic director here. He's a social studies teacher here. He has been so gracious from Monday when I sent him the email saying, "Hey, you got room for 3 of us in the booth?" And he said, "Yeah, I got room I got 2. Somebody's going to have to stand, but we'll get you in there." They got us reserved parking spots. Didn't have to walk that far to get to the stadium.
They got pizza.
Got some wings here at lunch. Put a little food in our belly. Hopefully we don't vomit it up, depending on how the second half goes. Really, so thank you, Phil, and the Elder administration here for allowing us to broadcast live from the booth. And we're getting ready to kick off the second half as the Cardinals will kick it off to the Elder Panthers. Game tied at 20. We are underway here in the second half. It's another pooch kick, going to be up to an up man, and it's caught by 37, who then hands it off to the guy behind him, and he's going to take it out to the 35, tackled just short of the 40. We'll call it at the 39-yard line. And that's where Ever will take over, first down and 10.
He didn't hand it off. I think it was more of a simultaneous. They both got it at the same time.
I've never seen the mesh used and kick return. That was almost like a running option. No, yeah, that was just a pooch kick that kind of went in between them, and neither one of them took control. They both simultaneously.
They both went for it.
Yep. But good, and again, good field position. Elders should start off at their own 40.
And again, for Elder, their offense has been, I mean, I won't say unstoppable because they were stopped once, but for the most part, they were unstoppable there in the second quarter. And the Colerain defense has got to find a way to slow them down. There's a handoff up the middle and a run by Luke Flowers out past the 45-yard line down at the 46. So 6-yard pickup on first down on the ground for the Elder Panthers.
And it's a good adjustment to start the second half for offensively. Colerain's really been shading. Elder's put in a whole bunch of guys on one side of the formation. Colerain shadows that side.
Easier for you to say.
And right here, they run a counter back to the weak side of the formation and pick up 6 yards.
And they've done a good job using their wide receivers, tight ends as lead blockers in the running.
So second down and 4. Is that Hamilton? Nope, that's Ramsey that actually took it and handed off right over the middle once again to Flowers, and he's not going to get any yards at all. The ball's on the ground.
Loose, but it kind of came out of that pile late. Nobody's getting overly excited.
No, they're calling it down, which is the right call. The play had stopped, and
the whistle was blown.
So it's going to bring up a third down and 4. As you said, Ramsey was at quarterback there, running the read option. This time gives it up. So
Hamilton is back in now. Flowers out. I'm
Interest-
sorry, Brandon. I keep yanking. My apologies.
You're fine. I just don't
we're-
want you to pull the mic out.
Yep.
So 5 wide receivers, no running back.
Yep. Trips to the left. 19 comes in the block. 2 to the left, 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom for Hamilton. Tighten up that formation just a little bit. Pressure on Hamilton. He throws it, and it's caught by number 84. And he's going to be knocked out of bounds, but again, not before another first down for the Elder Panthers.
Just a well-designed offensive play or pass interference, depending on your interpretation. Just a two-man game to the outside, and the lead receiver just kind of runs into the defender, clears out space, and
You're saying offensive pass interference?
yes,
Absolutely offensive pass interference.
but
The receiver
modern game
ran into the DB and pushed him off?
the modern game that doesn't get called.
Well, maybe that's why this offense works as well as it does. Take advantage of those kinds of moves. 84 in motion, top to bottom. Hamilton drops back, looks the pass, got some time, throws it over the middle, and it is dropped in and out of the hands of number 16. I believe that's Andrew.
Harp wide open. One of those plays you probably set up all game. You've been running the outside with those patterns, and all of a sudden you tuck that guy up. The tight end up the seam is already one of the toughest plays to defend as a defense, and Harp had no one covering over the middle.
6'5", 200 pounds, hit both his hands, and he
Defense might have got him
dropped
before he got to the end zone.
He would have been tackled, but that would have been a huge game.
game.
Yep, absolutely. So as it is, 2nd down and 10 at the Colerain 47-yard line. Hamilton in the shotgun, drops back, looks to pass. Colerain trying to get some pressure up the middle. There's a pass, deep down the right side, and it is incomplete. Great job by number 14 for the Cardinals. Banks got his hands up late and knocked it down.
Yeah, Banks just one-on-one on that fade route. Little bump by the wide receiver, but they both have a chance to get that ball. But Banks, a couple inches taller, gets his arms up, knocks it away.
This is a huge 3rd down for the Cardinals on defense because this might be the only place where if they can get an incompletion or give up very few yards, maybe Elder considers punting.
They've been so successful on 3rd and long.
Absolutely, yeah.
4th and short, yeah.
Right. So you'd like to maybe see them try and get it all here, and maybe an incompletion or possibly even an interception would be great. Again, he's got trips to his left. He's going to take it. He's going to look that way. He's got pressure on that side, but he throws it. It's in the air, and it is incomplete. Great job. But you cannot throw a flag on that.
His jersey came off with shoulder pad. That's a pass interference, Chris.
Oh, I saw Willis turn around and look for the ball and put his hands up.
But I think Willis might have had his left arm
Got the
draped on the shoulder pad there.
Well, you certainly can't do that.
He got a shoulder pad. And as I say, there's a little bit of an adjustment here. The Cardinals basically Willis now shadowing Ramsey now.
I mean, that's what you've got to do, right? And as a result, unfortunately, the defensive pass interference against the Cardinals, second call against the Cardinals tonight for DPI, and it's going to result in an automatic first down for the Elder Panthers all the way down to the Colerain 32-yard line.
First down from the 32.
So once again, the Colerain defense struggling to stop this offense. Hamilton's got it. He throws it out of bounds, intended for Ramsey, but
Yeah, that wasn't intended. That was a throwaway.
Yeah, that
My
was a
play
throwaway.
wasn't there.
Doug Ramsey screaming on the sideline at his own players. I think he saw something he wanted to see complete, but he is one of the most fiery, competitive, and most well-accomplished coaches in Greater Cincinnati high school football history, quite frankly.
Yeah, I believe he might hold the high school record here in Cincinnati for the longest distance of a clipboard thrown.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. He chucked that thing at 35 yards.
This was, yeah.
I mean, that thing took off like a Frisbee. It was unbelievable. God, that was a long time ago. Back in, I'm sure.
2005?
Yeah, it was a long time ago. But
2004?
he looks just as fired up today as he did then, man. 16 years. Hasn't aged him a day.
Speck still has the visor distance.
He's got the visor distance, no doubt about it. So first down and 10. Score tied at 20. Elder with the opening drive here of the second half. Looking to take the lead. Hamilton takes it, rolls to his left. Looking, nothing, and just throws it out of bounds. Again, nothing there. Smart play by a senior quarterback, knowing there's nothing there, doesn't want to risk giving it up and just throws it out of bounds. It'll be third down and 10.
Well, he's just rolling away from the pressure that's up the middle, and they're just getting Ramsey one-on-one. This time he was covered, but had to kind of throw across his body away from his arm.
It's a tough night for whoever's being asked to cover Ramsey. I mean, he's an unbelievable player. Again, we talked about the fact that he counts for almost 40% of the total rushing and receiving yards for
as a
Elder.
wide receiver. That's just an insane amount of stats.
Right. Now he's lined up at receiver. 3 receivers to the left again. Hamilton drops back, looks to pass. He's got some room. See if he tries to run it. He throws it across the middle, and it is incomplete. He threw it into triple coverage, intended for number 84. 2 Cardinals are down on the ground. They hit each other.
Yeah, he throws it into traffic, and Colerain's got one defender coming from the left, one defender coming from the right, and they ended up lining each other, and that is Banks and Jarman.
I mean, that's devastating. I just hope they got the wind knocked out of them, because we cannot afford to lose those 2 guys.
Yeah, the wide receiver was kind of in the middle of them, and he popped up right away.
Yeah, he was fine. He jumped.
The defenders hit themselves.
It didn't really look like they either hit each other that hard.
It might have been when they hit the ground.
That's what I'm saying. It looked like they kind of awkwardly hit each other where they would fall, both kind of jumping to knock the ball away and kind of knocking each other awkwardly in the air.
So once again, the ball will be, it's at the 32-yard line, and it's 4th and 10. You have to believe that they're going to go for it, right?
Well, they're going to go for it, and Colerain, because not just the location, but Colerain, because of the timeout was caused by the injuries, your top 2 defenders have to come out of the game.
Not necessarily top 2 defenders, but your best pass rusher. And
the good news is Jarman's up, and he's walking off the field on his own. Banks is still on the ground, the sophomore. He took a hit, and he hit the ground hard. Again, hopefully he just got the wind knocked out of him. That was a vicious collision.
And I've had that happen. So you land flat on your back. It takes every bit of wind out of you. The world goes silent, and you just hear this buzz. And there's nothing you can do but just kind of collect yourself. It doesn't look like they're working on any joints or arm. They might be looking at his shoulder, but
no, we won't speculate. Right?
We won't
we'll
speculate.
See whatever happens.
I just did, didn't I?
You did. I was a little late to that. My apologies. So, again, just kind of a recap here. Elder has got the ball for the opening drive of the second half. 9:45 left to go here in the third quarter. The game is tied at 20. Colerain raced out to a 20-6 lead on 190 net rushing yards in the first half for sophomore quarterback Zay Jennings. And there's Banks getting up with the assistance of his coaches. I do not think, you almost think he's going to go into concussion protocol. He's walking off very gingerly. Yeah, that young man. He might be able to take that hit in a couple of years when he's a senior, but as a sophomore, 15-year-old out there, he is going to probably be done, I'm guessing, for the night, which could be a huge loss for the Cardinals. I'm guessing.
And the good news for the Cardinals is you got a pretty good pass rusher that can come in and outside linebacker and MJ Flowers.
Yeah.
We've seen him come in, but I'm not sure who you can substitute in for the way Banks has played at safety tonight.
Yeah, he's been a force on the run and the pass.
Yeah, he's walking very gingerly and very slowly off the field. Now he's made it to the opposite hash mark, and he's getting there.
Not that Jarman is not one of our premier defensive players.
He's almost
Just
looking like
situation.
he's trying to catch his breath, and maybe he caught something in the ribs.
Who knows? Hopefully he's okay. Hopefully he can.
I'm not speculating.
It's exactly what you're doing.
You're both speculating.
Just say don't do it.
I don't think he'll come back today. I wonder if it's his ribs. He's just hurt. He walked out. We'll either come back or he won't. We'll see. 4th down and 10 for the Elder Panthers at the Cardinal 32.
And
so, with Willis being out during the year, a couple of the
so who's in direct snap here? Is this number 6?
It's Hamilton.
yeah, it's Hamilton.
With Hamilton, yep.
4th down and 10. He needs to get to inside the 23-yard line.
See what he can do here on 4th and 10. They've had great success on converting on 4th downs. There's a pass to the 20, and he's going to have it by 2 yards. Once again, another long completion for the Elder Panthers to convert on 4th down.
They're getting one-on-one. Colerain defender was there, but just nice little hook pattern. He needed 10. He ran the pattern at 12, turned in, and used his body to shield the defender, and a perfectly thrown ball.
Yeah, if you got the time, I mean, if the man get the pressure, he doesn't have time to get that pass off. But good job by the Elder offensive line, which we heard coming into the game was not that great on the year.
There's some pressure up the middle. Hamilton's got it. He's going to try and run. He's going to get hit. He's going to stay on his feet, and he's going to get tackled, but not until he picks up about 7 yards on that run inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
And no matter if he's only got 15 yards rushing on the year, that play has been the bane of Colerain's defense forever, the quarterback draw on the Elder offense.
Well, and just watching that, he's not that fast.
No, he's
But when you're one-on-one, he's kind of a thick guy. Linebacker was there, and he carried him from extra 2 yards, but he got 4 yards even before anybody touched him.
6'1", 200 pounds listed in the program.
So
he's every bit of that. Ramsey now in at quarterback. Give Hamilton a rest. He's going to take it, and he's going to look to run right up the middle. He's going to find a hole. He's going to get it down inside the 10. Another first down for the Elder Panthers. This time it'll be 1st and goal. The Colerain defense has got to figure this out. They've got to find a way to slow this offense down.
Well, I had a great view from my angle on that one. Colerain linebacker fills behind the guard that's pulling, and if he goes to the left side, Ramsey goes right. If he goes to the right side, you almost got to anticipate where your fullback is lining up in the backfield and send an extra guy there because Ramsey's doing a good job showing patience and picking his hole.
Yeah, I mean,
literally no one has stopped him all year. I mean,
right, exactly. This was the point we were making pregame, right? I mean, Ramsey is a dynamic football player, and Hamilton's now back in at quarterback, and he's going to take it. And it looks like it was a handoff in the backfield to Ramsey. He's going to cut it in and then cut it out, and he's going to go into the end zone for a touchdown. He was almost taken down in the backfield by Jarman. Jarman was in the backfield and just missed him.
He absolutely read that right away.
Yep.
He was there, but nobody stayed home on the weak side. It was well blocked by the wide
They were all
receivers.
there. Ramsey then just did that was all Ramsey, guys.
Yep.
There was no defensive mistake there.
Nope,
Ramsey
not at all.
made the defender miss in the backfield, and then Colerain's there to keep him contained, and all of a sudden he makes everyone miss.
Just bounced to the outside.
Followed the blockers, and I mean that was all Drew Ramsey making
Absolutely.
everyone
Yep.
on Colerain look bad.
It was a great play. Great play on his part. So the extra point now pending. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, and kick is good. So with 7:53 left to go in the third quarter, it's Elder 27, Colerain 20. What was once a 20-6 Colerain lead is now turned into a 27-20 deficit.
Yeah, Colerain playing from behind right there, down just one score. Jennings has been the answer, but they scored on their first 3 drives. The last 2, they kind of fizzled out.
And I don't know if you really count that last one when you get the ball 40 seconds. They only really ran 2 plays.
Right. But bottom line, 21 unanswered points, and you just the defense has got to have
After
a gut
the
check
pass
there, right?
interception turnover was called back.
Everything changed at that moment.
Oh.
Everything changed at that moment when Colerain seemingly intercepted a pass and returned it all the way down inside the 15-yard line for Elder, and it was called back because of a pass interference call against the Cardinals on defense. Elder went down and scored on that drive. They've scored on the next 2 drives, and now the Cardinals find themselves down 27.
The only stop was inside the 9-yard line at the interception in the end zone.
That's it.
And they haven't been big plays. They've methodically worked down.
It's what Elder does.
Yeah.
It's what they've done for 30 years.
And
It's no different.
And the third down conversion has just got to be through the roof.
They run there, and there's a kick into the end zone. The Cardinals will have it 1st down and 10 at the 20. They run this passing scheme that Ramsey's created, or he's whatever, and they've been running it for 3 decades. And these guys, they've been running it forever. They just know it. And I mean, you can see in the way they run their routes, they're crisp, they're tight. There are not a whole lot of contested passes. And to your point, Brandon, if you don't put pressure on the quarterback and he's got time to sit in the pocket, he knows the route tree better than anybody, and these receivers run nice crisp routes. He's going to find an open guy. And when he doesn't, he's smart enough to throw it out of bounds. So here we go. Zay Jennings on the field for the first time with the Colerain offense here in the second half. He takes the ball, hands it off to MJ Flowers. He takes it up the middle, and he gets tackled after about a 2-yard gain. I like that play call. Just let's get a little bit of momentum going here.
Well,
Let's
get back
get the
to
big guy running.
Get back to that. I mean, the base plays. I mean, the one time, the one offensive full series they ran that they didn't score on, they tried to get cute and run outside of those base plays. They tried the little quick speed option, and then they tried the
Student body.
play, and they were both completely blown up. Get back to that base option.
So there we go. There's a handoff once again to Flowers, and he's going to go absolutely nowhere.
Well, Zay does a great job right there, turning the ball over. That mesh was blown up by the nose tackle. He looked like he was trying to get the ball out to make the pitch, but too much penetration inside by the Elder defense.
They have got to find a way to convert a first down here, because if they have to punt here, Elder's going to start with the ball at a worst-case scenario at midfield, already up 7. And the defense is gassed, right? They got to be. So let's see here. what they can do. It's 3rd down and 7. They're on their own 23-yard line, desperately needing a first down. There's a handoff to MJ Flowers, and he's going to be tackled for a massive loss. That could not have gone any worse for Colerain.
Yeah, they went out of the eye and just tried to run the strong side. Elder shifted everybody that they had over to that side, anticipating that play, and there was nowhere for the handoff, nowhere for the quarterback run, nowhere for the pitch.
Yep, just outside veer to the strong side of the formation, and it just wasn't there.
So Colerain is going to have to punt now with their punter lined up at their own 6-yard line. And again, Elder's return man standing on the 50. Snap is back. He's got it. And he's punted, and it's a high punt, and it's straight up. It's going to drop at the 25-yard line, and for some reason, number 10 watched it go another yard or two, and that's okay. No big deal there. But
yeah, 35 to the 33 and a half.
So that
Both
was
of them bad.
So what was that? What was the net punt on that? They were on the 23, and then they got sacked, and the ball's out to the 33-yard line.
10-yard net.
Yeah, 10-yard punt for the Cardinals. Special teams not been a strength this year for Colerain.
I believe this is the 4th punter that they've tried.
I mean, it's just one of those things. You've either got the dudes or you don't. And sometimes you don't. But they're trying hard. They're working hard. I feel bad for this defense. They've got to come out here again. Point of reference, number 14, Banks, back out on the field.
I was told he was never going to come back in this game.
Well, not the way he looked walking off, so kudos to that young man. Trying to find a way to slow down this potent Elder offense. There's Ramsey. He takes it. He looks to pass. He throws it, and it is caught inside the 10-yard line. Unbelievable. He runs, he catches, he throws.
And that was, I think, the best pass thrown tonight. He just threw that on the line, rolling out left-handed, and just he was well covered. Only where the wide receiver can catch it, just directly. There was a defender there.
That was Justin Ree, once again, the 6'1", 150-pound junior on the catch.
Ramsey's almost as much yards as he's thrown through all year on one throw.
And that was just a laser. That was a great throw.
It was a great throw. Absolutely. So now it's
looked very
first and goal for the Panthers at the 8-yard line. Looking to really put Colerain in a hole. If they score again here and go up by 2 touchdowns, that's going to be very difficult to come back from, the way the offense has looked the past 2 series. Snap is back to Ramsey. He's just going to roll to his left, try and find some room, and somehow he actually got, I think, 3 or maybe 4 yards out of that. The great pursuit by the Colerain defense, just couldn't get him for a loss.
Well, yeah, they penetrated there on the outside, and they stopped him, and he turned it inside. He stood still and just shuffled his feet for a little bit, had a little bit of patience, and just found a little bit of a seam.
So Hamilton coming back in now.
Why?
I don't know.
Well,
I mean, they're not going to throw it. There's no reason.
Well, they threw it last time when they were in here. They found Ramsey on that little out. They can do a lot. Who do you defend? They got both of them back there now.
Ramsey is in the backfield, lined up right next to Hamilton. He now rolls out, not a surprise. Heads up to the line next to 84. Takes a skip, tries to sprint out. He's going to look for a pass. He's going to catch it. Nope, just beyond his fingertips. He was open. Willis was in coverage, but there's a penalty flag on the play.
I think call a offensive pass interference. I think they're going to call Ramsey for pushing off right there.
They're not going to call Ramsey for pushing off. They're going to call the inside receiver
another pick
for basically doing a nice job of pick and roll on Jarman.
It's good to see him call that. They've got away with that a couple times. But as you said, on all levels of football, that little rub is not called too often.
Yeah, Elder's been guilty of that several times tonight.
No, only guilty if you're caught.
That's right. What can you do?
So that's going to take it all the way back to the 20-yard line.
Just like there's holding on every play, right?
Absolutely.
So it's now 2nd and goal, but from the 20-yard line. That's a big penalty.
All it does is widen the field for them and give them a little bit more room to run their routes.
Makes them have to go 3 plays to get 20 yards.
I understand.
Pretty much forces them to throw the ball.
And Hamilton in the backfield by himself. 2 receivers to the top, 2 to the bottom. 2nd down and goal from the 20. Drops back, looks to pass, throws it deep, and it is intended for Ramsey, and it just is overthrown.
Well, I tell you what kind of coverage is that? You had 3 Colerain defenders just blanketing Ramsey, and they have enough confidence to throw it to him?
No, that's not confidence. That's tunnel vision. Because he had other people that he could have thrown to. You don't have to get a touchdown on 2nd down you can pick up 3, 5, 6, 7 yards to another receiver.
But you trust your best player to make a play right there. He was closest to the ball.
I trust my second best player who's not has a person on him to be open. That was Hamilton. Got a little tunnel vision there. I think it's one of the few mistakes he's made so far tonight.
We see it. You're right, Brandon. We see it every level of football. A quarterback will lock into a receiver, and that's just where they go. And
then also, it could be the offensive coordinator. That was the play. There's some plays that are just, we set all these things in motions to get one route that we really want to throw to.
Hamilton drops back, looks to pass, and pressure up the middle, and he's going to get taken down. Finally, the Cardinals, number 50 and number 47, make the sack all the way back.
Yeah, and he kind of got folded up bad. He might be serious.
No, he's fine.
Temazin Kasey with the sack for the Cardinals. The young man started at linebacker, moved to defensive end, back to the linebacker. He's been over. He's played offensive tackle for the Cardinals. The young man has just been necessary to be all over the field. And, yes, it was a big penalty because now it's 4th and goal from the 33.
Cam Robinson was also in on that tackle.
Well, I was going to point it out, too, at Colerain's defense here, knowing that they're going to pass, only he's playing with one down lineman. The nose tackle is the only one with his hand in the dirt, and they've spread the defensive end way out, and they're running the linebackers
Honestly,
up the middle.
If I'm Elder, why are you not punting this ball?
They're taking an awful long time to get this off.
Take the 5-yard penalty and punt it.
He's going to pooch it.
Hamilton's not the punter. He's going to take it. He's going to drop back. He's going to look to throw. They're going to throw. We've got a flag on the play. It's going to be an incomplete pass. They came from behind and they knocked the ball, but it's going to be 10-yard penalty against Elder for holding. The first one of the night.
Well, here it is. This is a deep penalty. This happened at about the 45-yard line. This would take it all the way back and make it 4th and goal from the 45. I know.
Take the ball.
I know the answer. I'm just giving you the option to prove me wrong.
Well, you could have this steak or you could have this piece of cardboard.
Well, some steak is cardboard.
If you would have let me finish my description of the cardboard.
That would be a waste of everyone's time.
We have a lot of time. Colerain offense yet to take the field.
They're on the field. All 11.
Fellas, relax. Chill out. The rain has stopped. It's a beautiful evening. Got high school football. Panthers, Cardinals. 27-20 Cardinals on the field for offense. There's a snap to Zay Jennings. Hands the ball off to MJ Flowers. Stiff arms a guy. Gets it around the end. He's going to have enough for the first down. Gets run out of bounds right at about the 45. And that'll be enough for a Colerain Cardinal first down.
And you'll hear the coaching staff talk about it sometimes, and it's hard for a sophomore to understand, but the senior understands it. When you're running that option, you have to stay on your track. And a lot of times the fullback, your instinct is, I see a hole and make a move. But here, Flowers just stays on that angle. He's running that outside veer, stays on that angle, and eventually it's 15 yards downfield, and he's got a first down.
First down and 10 at the 45-yard line now. Handoff is over the middle. MJ Flowers has got it. He's out past the 50, so about a 6-yard run on first down. That's the first time we've seen MJ get a run up the middle in quite a while. Like to see, I think Colerain looks is almost there. I mean, they're not really going no huddle here, but they're going.
It's the third quarter.
But they're going a little quicker.
Well, since this is the first game that you've come to this year, Chris, they've done this all year.
That is false. That is false. I came to one other game.
Oh, that's right. But they huddle up, but the quarterback runs to the sidelines.
Yep. Man in motion, tight formation. There's a counter, number 2. Amir Shannon's got it. He's going to take it out past the 45, and it's going to be enough for the first down. Going to get driven backwards, but he picked up the first down.
On film, that's going to be very obvious to whoever the next opponent is for Colerain, because that Shannon was really giving that counter away that it was coming, but then he was so excited, so focused on getting the ball, he didn't look up. He ran right into the backside of his offense. Luckily, the play executed well enough that he's going to fall forward for a first down, but he ran. If he just looks up just a little bit and cuts it, he probably, instead of 4 or 5, he gets 8, 9.
Yep. Ball is now at the Elder 44-yard line, so a couple of first downs in a row for the Colerain Cardinals on offense.
You know, but we haven't seen that.
Tell us.
What you call the speed pitch.
Yep, haven't seen that yet. There goes a man in motion. Zay's going to keep it. He's going to run up the middle. He's going to get tackled. He's still on his feet. Takes the ball all the way down to the 30, we'll call it the 36-yard line. Nope, 37. 37-yard line. So big run for the sophomore, Zay Jennings, who's adding to his total.
And this is about that time they used to say that you're a sophomore, you're not a sophomore anymore. Nice. Jennings really should have been tackled at the line of scrimmage. It made the man miss in the hole, got past the defender, and then carried the defender for 7 yards.
Second down and 3 on the 37-yard line. Approaching 1 minute left to go here in the third quarter. When the Cardinals have the ball and they run, the clock is going to run. This is an important drive. They may only get the ball one more time after this drive, so they've got to make this one count. Satterwhite steps and goes. Jennings keeps it. He's going to try and get around to the outside, and he's going to cut it in, and he's going to have enough to get the first down. Zay Jennings doing exactly what he needed to do to run wide and pick up the first down.
To be 15 or 16. Jennings running there. And here at the pit, it's a very short distance between the sidelines and the stands.
And the concrete bleachers.
And he ran right in there, and all of a sudden everyone's kind of stopped to concern, and he pops right back up, and he runs back to take the play and get a card.
I think one of the Colerain Cardinal faithful actually was there to slow him down before he hit it. I was looking to see.
Yep.
So there was a group of kids he was kind of running towards.
First down and 10. Clock stops on the first down. Ball at the 34-yard line. Needed 3, got 3. I formation now. Zay Jennings under center. Takes the ball. It's a counter once again to Amir Shannon, and it is picked out very quickly. It's going to be no gain on that play.
Samari Freeman, the nose guard, just blew that up. It doesn't matter what play they ran. He blew up past the center and gets the man at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, when they have stopped Colerain, he has been the man that's kind of been the disruptor in the middle.
Still amazing to me that you have 2 of your linebackers, Temazin Kasey and Mayante Stanley, are your 2 tackles right now for the Colerain Cardinals. That's how thin they've been on the offensive line, and it made some difference here with this offense.
Goes a man in motion, traditional option. 33 Satellite comes in the block, trying to find some room, and he's not going to find anything on the far side. Zay Jennings run out of bounds after a loss of 2 back to the 35-yard line. Maybe a loss of 1. But it's going to be 3rd down and 11 now. And this is...
it's 4-down territory.
Oh, no doubt, right? Under 20, running out of bounds, stop the clock. 20 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Cardinals trailing 27-20. After leading 20-6, they've been outscored 21-0 by this vaunted Elder offense. The crowd really starting to get loud now for the Elder Panthers. They're trying to mess up this Colerain offense.
Don't need to pick it all up here on 3rd down.
Well, we'll see what he does. Zay takes it, he passes it, and it is caught by number 24. He's going to take it.
He's got wheels.
First down. Yes, he does, and he's going to pick up the first down.
Where are they going to spot it? He's real. Yep.
Yeah, he got it.
He got forced out of bounds, but he needed the 25. He got the 24.
I'm going to tell you
23.
I'm going to tell you right now. I agree
24?
with the Elder faithful. I thought that bounced.
No, it didn't.
Well, he got both. It looked like to me he got both of his arms underneath it.
That ball bounced, guys. That ball bounced. Let's be clear. That ball bounced.
Well.
Spectre's right next to me. I just saw it. That ball bounced.
That happens. Man in motion. Hand up off the middle. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Jennings got it, but good tackle made by number 42 for the Elder Panthers.
And
Jennings had me fooled. I thought he handed it off to Flowers.
Ben Volkerding did a good job, but Jennings did everything right there. So driving here late in the half, the end of the third quarter is nigh. After 3 quarters of play here at the pit at Elder High School, it's the Panthers 27, Cardinals 20.
It's been a tight game. Good to see the Colerain offense finding a way here to make things happen, and you're absolutely right, Brandon. That pass, quote-unquote, completion was, in fact, it bounced off the turf a little bit.
That was bad. Now, that was not good. Let's be clear.
Look, sometimes you have breaks go your way, and sometimes you have ones not go your way, and that's the first good break Colerain's gotten all night.
I mean, arguably, that pass interference on the Cardinals was backside. I mean, was it really a pass interference? And that changed this game, but that really changed. That was definitively a bad call there.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean anything. I mean, we haven't scored, so it doesn't mean anything.
It only hits the ground if somebody sees it hit the ground.
That's true.
It's true. That's like, if a tree falls in the forest, does it actually fall?
No, it
Something
falls.
like that?
It falls.
Does it actually fall?
Yeah, it always falls.
Does anyone hear it?
Is it a penalty if you're in a different zip code?
All right, we can stop now.
Oh, no, we can do this all night. Oh, man.
So, again, thanks again to the Colerain boosters. What we do here, it comes to you free, and it comes to you because of the donations that you do to the boosters and our corporate sponsors. Go to our homepage, find Join the Boosters for little as $5. Give as much as you want. Join the Boosters. Athletics, extracurricular activities,
I don't think
support the
it's.
boosters.
I don't think it's as little as $5 anymore, Chief.
Oh, isn't? Okay.
No, I don't think so. Can you? It's the managerial nightmare of trying to track $5 donations. I mean, you can't buy a cup of coffee for $5 anymore. It seems like.
I mean, you could buy it for like $2.29.
You make it
at
yourself.
Dunkin'.
It's like 75 cents.
It's like less than that. But you can buy it for $2.29 at Dunkin'. I do it like every
Dunkin'.
4 days.
So Colerain had lined up to play, but this game is also on Spectrum, so
Yep.
TV timeout.
So 2nd down and 7 now, ball on the Elder 21-yard line. Colerain looking to try and find a way to score. Fakes the handoff, pitches it to Samir. He's got it. He's going to take it down to the 15-yard line. Couldn't quite get his feet going. He's going to be close to the first down. I think just shy.
Yeah, we really haven't seen the Cardinals be forced to pitch since really the first play of the game. Shannon does it there. He really good job of following his blocker. Yeah, Jason.
Is
Young
he about
there.
a yard shy?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Forced to cut inside and take what the blocker gave him.
Yeah, a great job there by the elder linebacker. There was a little bit of crease, and I got kind of excited because if he sees it, he goes right away.
I like to see something a little bit more exotic here because you know they're going to go for it on 4th down. There's Zay, takes it. He's going to run the other way, and he's going to get hit behind the line of scrimmage. And
No, don't do that.
Why would you do anything besides just
Give it to your
first
fullback.
down? Jeez, Chris, what is?
They fake the fullback and try the quarterback counter.
Okay, well, but they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Absolutely.
I don't necessarily
you
agree
get
with that play call, but
You wanted something different and exotic.
I did something
and
a
it
little exotic.
wasn't
But
acceptable.
that wasn't.
You don't want to take time behind the line of scrimmage. You
The
totally
entire
tax the line.
the base offenses move the ball. The only times they do funky things is when they aren't successful. When they do it again, they're not successful.
So 4th down and 1.
So now you just hand it off to MJ, knowing that
Yes, it's going to be 47 give right here, left side.
Mir tries to get him to jump off sides. Mikhail Satterwhite goes in motion. There's a handoff to Flowers. He's got enough for the first
look,
down.
it's 47
He takes it all
give.
the way down to the 10-yard line. First down for the Cardinals. Was that 47 give off the left side?
Yeah, that's the outside view is 47, but when there's no run, no option out of it, it's just 47 give. It's just block it as if the fullback's getting the ball, so the option back doesn't go out. He just blocks upfield right away.
Yeah, so they're going to spot the ball just at the 10-yard line. They cannot get a first down, so first down and in goal.
Under center, Zay Jennings takes the ball, hands it off to MJ Flowers. He's going to cut it back across the middle. He's going to pick up a solid 4 yards on that. First down run.
Yeah, this is really the first time we've seen the fullback trap. It's been kind of a staple of this offense this year with the young quarterback, and your star running back being the fullback. Just rely on him, get a little bit of a different look besides the straight veer. And fullback trap gets it down just – they're going to – again, we've made this credit. Every scoreboard, every place we've been this year has been off. That ball is on the 5-yard line, even though the scoreboard says 6.
Either way, 4 down territory. They've got 3 tries to get the ball here in the end zone. Get about 5, call it 5.5 yards to get in. Just keep running the ball right at the middle, right? Nothing fancy here. It's a handoff to MJ Flowers. He bounces off some people. He's still on his feet. And is he in? No, they're going to mark the ball just short because I think his knee must have gone down.
It was a very odd tackle, but it works out because the defender almost like a wrestling sprawl kind of had his Flowers went to run him over, and he kind of just sprawled out, and he gets pinned between his hips and the field.
There you go.
So they need about half yard right here.
3rd down and 1. Big 3rd down play for the Cardinals. Let's see if they can get it in. Zay Jennings is going to take it, and he's going to push it in himself, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals. Zay Jennings for 6. His 3rd touchdown of the night.
3rd touchdown, and he's easily over 200 yards. The sophomore stepped up big time.
By far the sophomore having the game of his life, and now it's time for the extra point.
I can't watch. I'm not going to watch.
You can. It's right there.
Nope, not going to do it. Can't do
You're
it.
choosing not to.
I am choosing not to watch.
Folsom with the snap. Drake with the hold. Young with the kick.
Can't do it. Yes, I can.
Snap is back. Hold is down. Kick. Good. Is good with 8:46 to play. It's the Colerain Cardinals tying it up. Elder 27. Colerain 27.
I tell you, these two teams, as Chris said, should play every year.
They should.
We always play. We've played in the last years. We played X every year, and then we've kind of rotated the other GCL school that plays us.
We really haven't rotated. It's just been LaSalle.
Yeah, pretty much so.
Well, next year we won't have a choice. We'll only have one game, so I don't really know.
Right.
Next year they go to a full 9-game GMC schedule. So we really only have one out-of-conference game next year. I don't know who that's going to be because obviously contracts are affected throughout all the GMC contracts. Week 2 is now a GMC game, so all of those contracts are voided. So I don't.
Do we know? Do we have an automatic? We have a contract for week 1?
I don't
already.
It was LaSalle, so yeah, it might be LaSalle. So we might not see X or Elder. We might not see the D1 GCL school next year till the playoffs.
I'm all right with that. I'm all right with that. I mean, nothing against X. Enjoy playing X, but we see St. X a lot.
And that's a lot of steps to climb.
It is a lot of steps to climb. I mean, it's a... All right. Can you tweet that out, that score?
What?
Can you tweet that score out?
Certainly, I'll retweet one of the 3 news reporters.
That's
here.
fine. Find either one of them, either Scott or Mr. Dyer.
So Young's going to be kicking off from his 40. His last 3 kicks have just been the pooch pop-up.
I know. I'd like to see if he could do something a little
Like a
different
squib.
here. Well, we'll take it. Good job. Good call. Brian, a squib kick, picked up at the 20, taken to the 25. Good block by the Elder Panthers, but tackled short of the 35-yard line.
Between the 30 and 35, at the 33.
Yep, there you go. So we'll take that. That was good.
But I tell you, on a wet field, the Elder up man got a nice bounce on that one.
He did. He did. He got a good block to pick up an additional 5 yards. So Elder will take over now. And again, look, if Colerain has any chance to win this game, they've got to stop Elder at least on one drive.
But here's the one benefit. This has got to be, I don't know, maybe not exactly, but this is as deep as really Elder's been to start a series all game. They've really won the field position battle and the possession battle as a whole.
They've never started inside their own 30.
So
Ramsey at quarterback.
So he's got 2 receivers split wide to the top, 1 to the bottom on the short side of the field. He's in the shotgun, is Ramsey. He's going to take the ball, and of course he's going to look to run. He's going to cut it back up the middle, run right up the middle, but he's going to be met in the hole by number 50 and number 11 for the Colerain Cardinals.
Temazin can say, you can't say enough about this kid. I mean,
right?
He is every coach's, they won't say it, but he's their favorite player, all right? And the young man is playing middle linebacker and quick side tackle for the Colerain, starting both ways, and he gets in there and holds Ramsey to a 1-yard gain.
Final score in the playoff pool here, Sycamore 19, Lakota East 0.
And
that's a little surprising.
So Hamilton's back into the field.
Yep, Hamilton takes it, drops back, looks to pass, throws it across the middle, and is knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Number 47 gets his paws on it and deflects the ball, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 3rd down.
Cam Robinson started the year as the kid that we didn't have, for whatever reason, his number wasn't right on the roster. So we didn't, 47, who was this 47 making all these plays for the Cardinals?
Right.
Cam Robinson finally got that number corrected in the roster, and he's been one of the Cardinals' best defensive linemen all year. Gets the ball tipped at the line of scrimmage, 3rd and 9.
Doesn't get his name mentioned enough because he's the one usually occupying the tackle and freeing up Jarman on the outside.
So 3rd down and 9 officially, at least on the scoreboard, and that's what it looks like on the field. Snap is back. Hamilton got some time looking to pass, and it's incomplete. Intended for Drew Ramsey, but it was incomplete behind him.
Yeah.
So it'll be 4th down. Are we going to see a punt?
They tried a back shoulder throw right there, and
they got a punt, right? I mean, they have to.
Yeah,
punt.
you have to.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah, but Ramsey is your punter.
This would be a great place for a fake.
Oh God, I was really hoping to get through the whole game.
The best
without
place possible for a fake.
So 1 man back to receive. Oh, we have a penalty flag already.
Yeah, I don't know if Colerain trying. They might have called a timeout. They were trying. Elder came out right away with their kick team, and I don't know if Colerain was trying to get their players off the field, and they might have been caught with illegal substitution or 12 men on the field. Is that 5 or 10?
It's only a 5-yard penalty, I think.
Yeah, but it makes it Yeah, but now it makes a fake an even more likely situation.
Not maybe. You just can't do that. You just can't do that. It's 4th and 9. You have to assume the punt is coming.
Yeah, it's just a 5-yard penalty, so 4th and 9 is turned to 4th and 4.
Still, though, they're at their 39-yard line, and Ramsey's still in to receive the punt.
You got to think Jarman's job is make sure Ramsey doesn't run.
Yep. So he's waiting to punt. Snap is back. Ramsey's got it, and he does, in fact, punt it. Not bad. Ugly.
And that took a funky hop on Young. Not smart there. I think he's just got to run up and catch that.
That was kind of weird. Traditionally, you drop the ball when you're kicking it, point down, and you kick the side of the ball. Ramsey had that ball sideways on his foot, kicked it, and that ball looked like a UFO. That would have been, even if he caught it, that had such a strange rotation. If you're not sure, you got to get away, and that was...
The ball takes a
great bump, Elder bounce.
Yeah, it's down all the way down inside the 10-yard line.
But yeah, he turned that ball sideways to punt it.
Colerain first down at their own 8.
That was a mistake on his part. He needed to field that punt.
Yeah.
It was in the air. He needed to field it. They're now down to the they're on the 7-yard line? 8-yard line?
Just said it.
8-yard line. First down and 10 for the Cardinals. Zay Jennings takes it, fakes the handoff, keeps himself, he finds it in the open. And he's made one man miss. Let's see. Zay Jennings can add to his total. I'm sorry, folks. We're seeing history being made. Zay Jennings with a 92-yard touchdown run for the Colerain Cardinals. They're up 6 more with extra point pending.
56, 76. Let's go 92 this time.
That puts him over 300. Easy.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. Zay Jennings is putting on a display tonight, and whatever weekly awards are given in the Inquirer or WCPL or any place else, if Zay Jennings is not the hands-down winner of the Week 1 playoffs, we got robbed.
I mean, someone else might have had like an 800-yard game. You don't know. But, yeah, he's putting his name in contention.
Well, I guess ultimately it didn't matter that he didn't catch the punt.
Yeah, ultimately.
Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, and kick is good. Oh, my God.
7:24 to play. Cardinals 34, Panthers 27. I don't think, have the Cardinals even scored this many points in the game, let alone?
Not this year.
No, I'd have to go back and look, but I don't think they've scored 34 points all year. I mean, that cut that Zay Jennings made, he took the ball, faked the handoff, brought it through the line, and he cut, and as he's done all night, made the Elder linebackers look just a step too slow.
They're a sure tackling team, but their defensive back seem to be rather slow. If Colerain beats that, linebackers are gone. Zay Jennings hasn't run away from anybody all year.
Not in the GMC, he hasn't.
No.
You're exactly right. But, I mean, I'll be honest. Look, nothing against Elder, but speed has not been something they've brought to the table in years, especially defensively. They're not.
We've seen them score 21 unanswered to the first half to make this, so Colerain got the lead now, but 7:24 is a long time left to play.
I'll put their offense up against anybody. I mean, they can score against almost anybody. They run such great routes, and they know what they're doing. They practice it relentlessly. So, I mean, look, this is...
The Cardinals have stood fast in the past 2 drives, including a goal-to-go situation, so...
So now they've got to find a way once again. 7:24, lots of time left in this game.
This is a huge thing, I think, here. Again, you want to keep it inside. Put him at the 30 to 35-yard line. You know your kicker doesn't have the ability for the touchback, but it's a very important here to not give them a huge momentum gain with the field position shift.
So Colerain, after having led 20-6.
I did look. This is the most points the Cardinals have scored all year.
Yeah. So here comes the kickoff from the 40. Again, it's a squib kick right through the middle, and
Cardinals were offsides.
we have whistles.
I believe Mikael Satterwhite was just a touch offsides.
Well, that's going to knock Colerain back 5 yards. I don't know how much that really is going to matter when you're kicking a squib, but
the 5 yards matters. The difference between being happy to keep them inside the 35, now you're going to be happy to keep them inside the 40.
well, hopefully that's exactly what they're able to do. Special teams is, again, something the Cardinals are going to have to put special emphasis on during the offseason.
But it's also one of those things, and you see
the same thing every year.
Well, it's the same thing, but it's just one of those things too. But I mean, that's their fourth punter. Sometimes a lot of times I see in the past couple years they go to the soccer team that didn't have one this year.
All right, so now they're kicking from the 35-yard line, and once again, it is a squib kick, a little bit shorter, but really nice. Picked up inside the 25-yard line, and there's some room up the sideline, and the Elders good guy is going to be knocked out of bounds. 49 was the returner, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds. Let's see where they mark it at the 40. I'm guessing the 3-yard line, 43-yard line.
I don't know if they're doing this on purpose, but they've twice on that squib kick to the outside there, to the right.
Yep.
The lead blockers have set up a tunnel along the sidelines. Probably
That's twice
anticipating the
it's
kick.
happened.
So he's not.
It's like the team has coaches on special teams, and they focus and they figure the teams out. So first down for the Panthers at their own
46-yard line.
Who's
So
that? Is that Hamilton, the quarterback?
Yep, Hamilton, of course, still in the quarterback. Ramsey moves off to the right, and we got trips to the right. Single set back right next to Hamilton. Looks like he's changing maybe the play at the line of scrimmage. Willis calling out some defensive adjustments. Hamilton drops back, looks to pass, throws, and it is complete. 2 Flowers, and then immediately tackled for a 1-yard loss. Back to the 45.
Yeah, and this is an adjustment we talked about. Kenny Willis is shadowing Ramsey. Well, when that formation shifted, Jarman goes from the guy who's blitzing to the guy in the coverage because Ramsey moved to is on the inside receiver, so Willis covers him. Jarman drops, and he's there, and you can't have a better guy to come clean up underneath, and Jarman's there to make the tackle.
So second down and 11 for the Elder Panthers at their own 45-yard line, trailing 34-27 after the barn burner effort here by the Colerain Cardinals. The snap is back, and it's on the ground.
And the flag on the play as the snap goes underneath.
It's a false start on the Panthers.
So they're going to lose another 5 yards.
Well, the false start almost helps them there. That ball got underneath the quarterback, and they called the ball
I think
dead.
it was a false start because I think everyone went in the center.
The center was late.
Panicked. Oh, everyone's running. So that might have been, offsides, but it was probably delay of game on the center because everyone else went and he didn't.
So that'll take it all the way back to the 40-yard line. Second down and 15.
6.5 minutes left in the game. Trips to the left. Hamilton drops back. There's some pressure up the middle. He's going to stay up on his feet, but not for long as he's taken down at the 31-yard line. Sack for the Colerain Cardinals. There's that guy again.
Mayante Stanley and Temizin Kasey there again, and it's Jaden Folsom there to clean it up. But again, he's not got his name called a lot, but Temizin Kasey, when the one time we had to have former Cardinal coach Daniel Rod, he's like, I love this kid, and I was an offensive coach. This kid just does. He's the most coachable kid you out there, and we see it tonight. He's playing linebacker and quick tackle. I can't emphasize that as a former offensive lineman how different those two things are in mindsets.
Third down and 24.
Jarman is jumping up and down trying to point to the defense as if something's going on, and Ramsey's running out onto the field. He's all the way out at the hash mark. Was that a time? I'm assuming that's a timeout.
Elder with 5:44 to go.
Ramsey is hot.
Yeah, Elder came out and they had trouble lining up, and which caused Colerain, their defense was jumping around. They didn't know how to line.
I think they knew. I think the problem was they knew exactly what was going on by what they read the play. I mean, Jarman jumping up, pointing that, and all of a sudden they looked like, ooh.
Yeah.
So first time out of the half for either team.
Yeah, this is about the time in place where they like that tunnel screen.
Well, it is third down and 24, and they are back at their 32-yard line.
Outside of that first drive, the adjustment to put Willis on Ramsey has really been the difference. And not only that, the Cardinals, the last couple drives of the first half, the first drive of the second half, they weren't getting pressure on Hamilton. They are getting it to Hamilton now.
Let me ask a silly question. Why was the concept of Willis on Ramsey? Is that not the play in the first half? Did I just miss that?
I mean, you don't ever want to do something special unless you really have to. You want to stay on your base defense. It's a comfort thing. You also don't want to say to the other team, this guy is so special that.
Right, we're doing something different than we normally do.
Yeah.
All right, third down and 24 now. Once again, all receivers. Empty backfield for Hamilton. He takes a snap, drops back to pass. There's some pressure for Colerain. Throws across the middle. Almost picked off. Banks had it in his hands 3 or 4 times, bobbled it, and dropped it at the 50.
Banks had it in his hand and looked up and said, oh, there's no one in front of me.
And then he dropped it.
And then he took a step and he's like, oh, there's still no one in front of me. And he's like,
and then he dropped the ball.
But Elder's going to hurry up punt again. But, yeah, you know what? Banks has made some near plays. He's made some plays. If he catches that, great, but he makes the stop, so that's key.
Not bad for a guy that Brandon said wasn't coming back into the game.
I believe it was Chris who said he wasn't coming back in the game. But, yeah.
Built Colerain tough. Snap is back. And there's a punt, and it's a short one. And it's going to go towards...
It's that goofy knuckleball drop.
and it's going to roll down inside the 25, and they're going to pick it up at about the 21, 22-yard line. But you know what? With a touchdown lead, less than 5.5 minutes to go, that's not bad for the Cardinals, right? I mean, stay away from it, avoid the incident in that case.
It plays to the Cardinals' hands. They want to run the ball. They want to power run the ball. But they've scored too fast the last couple times.
Well, that's okay. Like you always say, right? I'll take the touchdown.
I'll take the touchdown.
Take
whatever they give you, but
take positive results.
Absolutely.
No matter what they are.
Exactly. Always take positive results. So the Colerain Cardinals now are going to come back out after Elder kind of self-imploded on that last series.
Well, I wouldn't say this. There was only one play last series,
I know,
and it
right?
went a really long way.
It did. So 5:26 to go in the game. Colerain up 34-27 with the ball, all the way back at their 22-yard line. Need a clean series here from the offense. Zay Jennings under center. The sophomore quarterback having the game of his young varsity life. Takes the ball, hands it off to MJ Flowers, and he's met immediately at the line of scrimmage and pushed back. I think maybe he got 1 yard. They were ready for that. It looked like there might have been something on the edge. Did you see that?
Yeah, but also it looks like Elder kind of shifted to a 3-3-5 a stack, which they run to like to kind of switch in between the kind of their looks up front, still keep a 3-man, but that sometimes that 3-3 stack can give the quarterback an odd read for the fullback, and he clearly gave it there and maybe he should have pulled it and pitched it out.
Gotcha. So 2nd down and 10 on the scoreboard. Zay Jennings under center, getting his call from the line, switching it up a little bit. MJ Flowers right behind him, man in motion. There's a handoff to MJ once again, and he's going to get tackled and taken down immediately. So whatever they're doing, it's not working because the Elder defense is all over it.
That one was a bad read. Jennings should have pulled it from the mesh there and tucked it in himself. He maybe doesn't pick up the first down, but Flowers really becomes a blocker if he pulls it, and he can work off of that there to pick up positive yards.
I don't know if that was an option to read. That looked like just a straight dive again. But either way, it brings up a 3rd down and 10.
This is where you'd love to see not a counter, but maybe a speed pitch to.
They haven't
way out there in the end, right? But whoever in 24, right? If you could get him in a speed pitch situation, he's in the shotgun now. Snap is back, and he throws it out, and it is caught by Shannon. Makes one man miss, stays on his feet, and he's going to get out close to the 30-yard line, but that's still going to be well short of the first down, and Colerain's going to be forced to punt.
I like the play call. It's a safe pass to make out there, and you've got him one-on-one.
Right.
The Elder Panther makes the tackle.
Yeah, there's absolutely no reason for the offense to still be on the field. So get off the field.
Okay.
There's no reason for the offense to be on the field. Punt the ball. It's absolutely the right thing to do.
Well,
you only need 4 yards.
The last punt went 10 yards, though.
Yeah. The last punt went 10 yards. You only need 4 yards. I tell you what, it's not a good place to call a fake.
No, it's not. You give him the courage to just get the ball, take his time, and give it a good punt, and that's a better punt. That's going to go out.
Get a hop.
Get a hop, and it's going to roll for Colerain inside the 35. Still,
don't touch it. Don't touch it.
Everybody's saying leave it alone. It's going to get down all the way to the 31-yard line.
Here's the thing. Not only did that, they lost about 5 seconds on that clock. 5 seconds rolling very slowly. They didn't touch it. The referees actually we'll call it a day. So with 3 minutes, 2 timeouts, and 69 yards to drive for the Elder Panthers.
That's way too much time for them. That's
the Colerain defense has bought back-to-back. Was it 3 and outs?
Yeah.
So you're relying on your defense here again to come up big.
And really, they haven't given up the huge scoring play. Elders had to matriculate the ball downfield. They only have 3 minutes to work here.
Here we go. Hamilton's got it. Looks and rolls. Throws it over to the other side, and it is incomplete. It was intended to look for a throwback to almost a lineman was over.
Can you call pass interference on an offensive lineman?
I don't think you
No,
can.
ball's behind the line. There's no pass interference behind the line of scrimmage.
It was a screen pass, and Colerain had blown it up.
Yeah, Flowers, I think the running back, I don't know if he got lost and tripped up or he just got blown up there, but he was on the ground when the pass was thrown.
See, so what they're trying to do here, right, is, that's a play call you use to get a defense's over pursuit. Use it against them. And that time it didn't work. 2nd down and 10. Scoreboard not updated. Snap is back to Hamilton. Looks a pass. Throws it deep down the sideline. It's going to be over the intended target, number 84. Nice idea, but just overthrew it a bit too much.
Yeah, they're playing single coverage on the outside.
Yeah, that was cover 0. There's no one covering the field. That's man-to-man across the board, and really, Myrick does a good job of winning the battle at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get it allow a clean release by the receiver, and the receiver is behind the throw.
And Colerain gambling right there said, "Hey, we can put more pressure on the quarterback than he can
They've
throw
been
it."
doing it all year, but that's a heck of a time to go cover 0.
Brandon's over here sweating bullets.
Don't like when they go cover 0.
Yeah. So 3rd down and 10.
Ball again, still at the 31-yard line of the Elder Panthers. They're looking for a first down here. Snap is back, a little bit of pressure, and he throws it, and it is incomplete. Off the hands of Ramsey. Willis in coverage. It'll be 4th down and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Yeah,
you have to believe
it's
they're going
kind of
for it.
a wheel, kind of a back shoulder throw.
Yeah,
to,
it's a tough
Ramsey,
throw.
and that's twice now where it's just been either too far behind him or his momentum. He just can't reach back farther.
Willis had great coverage, so he had to throw it farther outside than I think he wanted to. So even if he catches that, he might have been out of bounds.
Yeah, he wouldn't have had the first down. Are you surprised with 2 timeouts and not much time left that they're not punting?
Honestly,
they've been successful at 3rd down and long and 4th down long, at least the first half. Colerain has stepped up the second half and trying to step up again.
I mean, I'm not going to say this is the game, but this could be the game. 4th down and 10. Cardinals defense have got to make it stop here. He's going to throw it back across the middle. It's caught by number 4. Flowers has got it. He's got enough for the first down, but he's tackled down inside the 40. What was the play, Brandon?
backside wheel, and that's even better because they've been running flood right, flood roll, flood roll, flood roll. Look for Ramsey and let flood roll.
Yes.
This time, Cardinals overcommit. Ramsey's definitely covered and roll out that little wheel route to the backside, and Flowers has it for Elder first down into Cardinal territory.
Twice. That's the second time tonight Elder's run that play, and we have been completely unprepared to defend it. So now it's first down and 10 for Elder on the Colerain 37-yard line. Still 2 timeouts, 2:25 left to go. Hamilton's got it. He drops back, looks to pass, makes one man miss. How? There's not holding there. I have no idea.
Well,
no flags anywhere. It is an incomplete pass thrown over the middle.
Honestly, I would take both no calls there. You could have argued for a holding. You could have called for a pass interference. Called neither, and I'm good with it.
Yeah, I'm fine. I mean, you know, it is what it is.
Let the kids play sometimes.
Yeah, it does stop the clock, though, 2:21.
It didn't seem like it was egregious on either side.
No.
Right. So, clock stops. 2:21 left to go in the game. Again, Colerain up 34-27, second down and 10. The Elder Panthers, after a big wheel route completion to Luke Flowers, are looking to try and get the tying score. In the shotgun is Hamilton. He's got it. Drops back. Looks to pass. Throws it across the middle to screen. And there's Ramsey. He's got it. He's down to the 20. He's still on his feet. He gets tackled, but not until he's all the way down to the 16-yard line. So it's the screen and it's the wheel route that have killed this defense tonight.
Well,
they've done everything else well.
And both plays kind of play against Colerain's aggressiveness up front.
Yep, exactly.
I'm looking up front. This Colerain defense is gassed. Cam Robinson is not. They have the pep in his step that he has.
So all
they've been on the field a long time this second half.
Yep, that last offensive series for the Cardinals, which went nowhere, they needed to kind of stretch that out a little bit. So first down and 10, ball is at the 16-yard line. Again, Panthers down a touchdown, trying to find a way to make it happen. Hamilton takes it. He rolls to his right. He looks to pass. There's a man open, and he's just going to throw it, and it is going to be incomplete. I think the ball was caught, but it was caught out of bounds.
Yeah, and again, the Elder goes with the Quince formation, 5 receivers to one side, and
they tried to get Ramsey on that out pattern. It was well covered.
Yeah.
Good pressure. Had to throw it past Ramsey to the secondary receiver.
Using the formation to kind of use the formation to kind of rub the receivers and get Ramsey, but he was not there, and Hamilton first to hold it, and good coverage deep by Myrick, and the pass sails out of bounds, even if he would have caught it.
So here we go, 1:37 to go, second down and 10, ball still at the 16-yard line. Snaps back to Hamilton. He looks to pass. He stays in the pocket. And he throws it, and it's into the end zone. And there's a flag on the play.
There's a lot of hand checking down there. They're going to call it offensive or defensive pass interference.
It was defensive pass interference.
Yep.
Yeah, just a kind of one-on-one to receiver and the defender there to get the 6'5" receiver one-on-one, and he just kind of out-jumps him for the ball.
Great job by Hamilton because he was hit.
He was hit as he was
He
throwing.
wanted to throw it initially, and he was hit because he wanted to go throw the ball sooner right away because they want basically quads right, one-on-one backside.
The Panthers have missed an extra point tonight.
Also of the Cardinals, unfortunately. Because if they hadn't missed that extra point, the Elder would be forced to go for 2.
To tie it up.
Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, and kick is good.
So with 1:31 to play in regulation, it's Cardinals 34, Panthers 34.
Defense needed one more stop, and they just couldn't get it.
Another defensive struggle we see here in the playoffs. As predicted, the first team to 20. Wait, we were wrong. We had an offensive shootout, 35, 34, 34.
This team is not.
This is going to come down to like a field goal, right? Corey's going to have to try and get a field goal.
You know,
do
as
we
much
have a
as
field goal this year?
yeah,
Do we? Okay.
Yeah.
and as much maligned, I mean, they almost took a short field last week.
Elder with 3 timeouts left.
Yeah,
Their defense, did they maybe go onside here?
No, but if your defense, no, you pin the Cardinals deep and force the Cardinals who have struggled to punt all year. If you can stop, not allow Cardinals to get a first down,
Yeah.
you're going to get a short.
Okay, they're enforcing the pass interference on the kickoff.
What? I don't think you can do that.
Apparently, you can.
So Elder is going to be kicking off from the Cardinal 45,
Well, they're just they're going to put the ball in the end zone anyway, right?
unless this is the onside
It's
kick
a
from the
perfect
side.
time to try to pop it up to the 10-yard line.
Right.
So Colerain does look like they have their hands team in.
Well, let's see what they do. So the ball on the Colerain 45. 27 gets to it, and he just boots it through the back of the. Okay, whatever.
Unfortunately for the Panthers, that is not 3 points.
Yeah, he kicked it right through the uprights, but okay, who cares? I don't know what the point of that was, but sure. So Colerain will get the ball, first down and 10 on their own 20-yard line. They've got 1 minute and 31 seconds with 2 timeouts.
Your first goal is to get a timeout, is to get a first down.
You're right, exactly right. Get the first down.
Because if you're the Panthers, you can force the Cardinals 3 and out, call 3 timeouts. You're going to get a short field with more time to work with.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, with a tie game, you do not need to get cute, try anything, big play. Just let it happen if it happens.
Yep. Zay Jennings under center, takes the ball, hands it off on a wide run to MJ Flowers. He takes it, stays on his feet. He's going to break a couple tackles. He's going to pick up about 7, maybe 8. I think we're going to call it 7 yards on that first down run.
Yeah, clock keeps
That's good.
Clock keeps going.
Well,
No first down.
now Ramsey's playing the opposite game. Okay, you guys, I'll let the clock run. So
Yeah, there's no sense of urgency out of Colerain here. They're
no, to the line quickly. They're just not going no huddle.
Right. They're going to snap with about 1 minute left in the game. There's the handoff once again up the middle. And once again, a shoestring tackle by number 42 on MJ Flowers. He's going to have enough for the first down. That'll stop the clock. That's 2 shoestring tackles that this defense has made on Flowers.
Yeah, no timeout taken, but the clock does stop till they move the change.
Clock, boy, they're quick to move that clock, weren't they? Holy moly, it's going now. Zay Jennings under center, I formation, takes the ball, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, looking for a block. He's going to take it outside, see if he can cut it back in. He does. He's inside the 40. He's still on his feet. They're going to have to call a timeout here.
Yeah, Elder doing a smart job. They were trying to strip it, but they were also
No, they're
holding
giving
him
him a
up.
first down.
Did they give him? I look like that, but
One referee.
they're not moving the chains? Are they moving the chains? They're not moving
No,
the chains.
they're a yard short.
35 seconds, 34 seconds, tick, 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 tick. I mean, you've got to either call a timeout or snap the ball.
Cutright was standing next to the official, yelling timeout, and for about 10 seconds, the official ignored him. He started calling timeout with about 38 seconds left.
Calm yourself.
That's what I thought too. They'll fix the
I'm
clock.
not going to calm myself, Brandon. I will not. Cutright was standing 2 feet away from the official, and he's still out there complaining.
Well, that's good. I mean, he's having a say. He's telling him, look, dude, I called that time. I'm sure he's telling him, but there was 40 seconds left on the clock when I called that timeout.
About 38.
Well, if I'm him, say 40, maybe they give it to you. I mean, he was standing right next to him, and he
had his hands in his
Well,
face.
I think there's confusion, and it's a series of events that leads to it because there's confusion. The referee,
you thought they called.
the chains moved.
They
the
did
chains moved.
They did move.
So Colerain wasn't rushing a play in because they thought they got the first down and the clock should stop. But then they moved the chains back, and the clock continued to run. Then he tried to call timeout,
Right.
but referee for some reason didn't see him.
Are they not going to give them any more time on the clock? So basically, they just got screwed out of about 9 seconds.
Well, the referee is looking up here.
No, he's not.
I thought he was.
So 29 seconds to go.
So we got our throwing quarterback in there.
What?
We saw this last week.
And the clock will start on the snap. And there's 13. He takes it. He's going to roll. Look to pass, throw it, and it's incomplete. In and out of the hands of the intended receiver. Would have been enough for the first down.
Surprised that they're kind of throwing it underneath and rolling. And well, it's a little too early to try something.
You're running a flood
deep.
pattern to the outside.
Right.
Yeah.
Catch it, get the first down.
Get out of bounds.
Yeah, right. Bryce Drake, the backup quarterback.
Yes.
6 foot, 200 pounds
Well,
senior.
backup quarterback and tight end.
Yeah, exactly. And well, now Zay Jennings is back in on the incompletion. The clock stops. 3rd down and 1. This is a big 3rd down, right? I mean, I know you got to get this here. Jennings is going to get it. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to have enough for the first down. It's going to get wrapped up, but the clock is going to stop with 17 seconds left.
Just oh my God, spike it. Don't send a new guy. Okay. Now you got to sub somebody off. Now you got
You have 2 timeouts left.
You have 1 time. Oh yeah.
The clock has started again.
Jennings he's off the field. Drake's got it. He throws it, and it is caught and taken out of bounds immediately. I think that's Shannon that caught that ball into Elder territory down to the 46-yard line. So 3 seconds left in regulation. Guys, we're going to overtime. Are you kidding me? You got to be kidding me.
But while you're making the substitution, Jennings just spikes the ball right there. Then you bring him in. Not well done.
Yeah, you
A 2-minute situation.
you spike it and have 8 more seconds left on the clock. Sure, you lose it down, but time is more important than down.
3 seconds on the clock. So this will be a Hail Mary and then overtime, if unsuccessful.
Do you even risk the Hail Mary?
Yes.
I mean, I guess you do.
What kind of silly question?
I don't know if it comes up short and.
Should we try to score?
No. I'm saying if you can't get it to the end zone, I have no idea what this kid's arm is. If you can't get to the end zone, it comes up short, and a Panther defender picks it off in the air and runs all the way back.
You can also throw the pass short
And run.
and run the ball. Use your athletes in space.
Remember in this exact same scenario, except at the end of the first half, not the end of the second half, 2 years ago, we ran a screen and got tackled at the 1-yard line to Deshaun Pace.
I do remember that.
Some would say he was in.
Some would argue. Some would make that argument.
So Drake's still in at quarterback.
Is Deshaun out there? Did I miss him? Have we not been calling his name all night?
Elder has got 2 6'5" safeties back there.
Yeah, they do.
The 2 tight ends.
Two tight ends, 6'5" and 6'7".
This is it.
So there's a throw across the middle, and look, it's intercepted by Elder. And they're going to take it up to the 30. He's up to the 40. He's still on his feet. He's up to the 50. He's past the 50, and he's going to get tackled at the 45.
Means nothing.
Means nothing. A meaningless interception to end regulation, and ladies and gentlemen, you get free football. We're going to overtime.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh, please. I'm sure your father will.
No.
Because he won't be wrong.
No.
Just ask
Because
him.
I know he won't know. He will either know the answer or make something up.
Yes.
So,
7.
no. And now I know the first overtime is the same. In the regular season, I believe after that first overtime, it went to 2-point conversions. Right?
What?
Like it went instead of doing from the 20-yard line, it went straight or 10-yard line. I think it might even be in high school. Instead of having the possession start there, it would just after the starting the second overtime, it was just 2-point conversions.
I think it's the third overtime it starts that. I think.
That's college. I don't know. That's the high school.
I'm not 100% certain either. I thought it was third. But could be. Honestly, does that help us? Does that benefit us?
Doesn't really.
Doesn't
benefit
really.
I don't think it benefits either team. We've been
That's
successful inside the 10, inside the 20, in the red zone, running the ball. They've been successful
You want
throwing the
to
ball.
you want to stand for a little bit?
I'm not moving. Do not change anything right now.
Coach Doug Ramsey out there yelling and imploring his young men to continue to fight. Got to be proud of the effort they put forth to come back and tie the game at 34. I mean, this has been a classic. I mean, and you know the funny thing is, right? I'll be honest. I sold the game short. I came in, both teams 5-5, both teams not looking, particularly great at any point this year, and we have had ourselves for Colerain certainly their best game of the season.
Oh, yeah, as I said earlier, bro,
Right.
we said both of us, and even online, people were talking first team to 20 wins. We were thinking low scoring.
Right.
Some team makes a mistake.
Well, I'll be honest with you. You guys said that, and I thought to myself, we were going to have to score more than 20 points to beat Elder. There's no way that we were going to hold them to 20 or
well,
more.
we held almost everyone except for St. X to 20 points
I know.
Or less.
I know, but this team averages 30 points a game.
I get it.
And now they're over their average, and hopefully they don't finish that way. There's Hambleton and Willis out at the 50. And they're going to just do a coin toss here. Colerain.
But the one thing we didn't anticipate coming in tonight was the Zay Jennings coming out.
Goodness gracious.
I mean, the young sophomore comes into the game with just under 700 yards rushing for the entire season. Really only one long run, and he's got 4 tonight and over 300 yards rushing. The sophomore making a statement that in the next 2 years for future Cardinal opponents,
Colerain won the toss. Colerain won the toss, so presumably they'll go on defense.
They will, but Elder, this is one of those toss-ups because now Elder chooses to go to the end zone next to the student section.
Yep. So Colerain has got to find a way to step up and stop this Elder offense from scoring again.
Now, the one thing the Cardinals have had going for them in these short situations, they've been done pretty good. I mean, they've stopped them twice at goal to go.
Yep.
So.
But Elder's last possession, when you're looking to lock up the game, they went the length of the field without using a timeout.
Yeah.
So it's
look,
you just look for your playmakers to make a play.
Exactly. That's all you can do.
And the Panthers have made their adjustment. They said, all right, well, if you're going to put Willis on Ramsey, someone else is going to have to step up, and they did there at the end of the half. Let's see what the response is.
They found Flowers on the wheel, and then they found Ramsey on that tunnel screen. It was Flowers, right? On that.
Yeah,
on
but
that
it was
wheel.
Harp for the touchdown.
Oh, was it?
Yep.
Oh, Harp for the touchdown, right.
Harp for the touchdown, and then you're running back, with the wheel route.
Yep. So they got weapons. There's no doubt. They got weapons. But it all comes down to can Hambleton have the time that he needs to complete passes? Let's see here. So, welcome to overtime. Now, this is...
How about Ramsey at quarterback to start this overtime?
Yep. So, there's no time on the clock. They just get their downs. It's first down, ball at the 20-yard line. You could hear a pin drop out there. Holy moly. There's Ramsey. He's got it. He's going to fake it. He's going to keep it himself. Try and run up the line. He's going to get past the 20. He's going to stay on his feet. He's going to get tackled right at about the 15-yard line.
You know, he is not the fastest kid. He's not the shiftiest kid. He's just so good at letting the play develop. He's got that instinct where
that's the word I was using. It's instinctual.
He's not making a bunch of guys miss with his body. He's almost just letting the players run one direction and reading it perfect to find that extra space. So he gets about 4.5, 5 yards on the play.
Yeah, he's a very special player. There's no doubt about it.
So Hamilton.
Second down and 5 now. Hamilton back in at quarterback, which I question. Why not leave Ramsey in there? But he's going to take it, look to pass. Nope, he's going to tuck it and try and run it up himself. He's going to pick up some yards. What a great play call. He's going to get it down to the 10-yard line. That's going to be a first down. Haven't seen him run, I think, but one other time tonight.
And he picked up a first down both times.
Yep.
First down. Speaking of Hamilton, not Hambleton.
Oh, it's Hamilton.
Hamilton falls to St. X, so the winner of this game will officially play St. X.
Did you see the score?
I did not. I just saw that Hamilton officially won. Or officially lost. Yeah. Not Hambleton.
Who's the quarterback?
Quarterback for them.
Hamilton, the Big Blue. So their season comes
first down and 10 from the 10-yard line or goal. It seemed to take a long time to get this play in.
I'm assuming somebody's running a play clock.
Yeah, the deep official. I'm watching him. Puts his hand up with 5 seconds left and hits yet to move.
Hamilton takes the ball, looks to pass. He's going to keep it himself, and he's going to get sacked. And he's going to lose 2 yards on the play. And who is it?
Cam Robinson.
And we talked about it with the Colerain offense. That was not the right time for the Panthers to do something cute. You move the ball, and they try almost like a fake play-action jet sweep. I don't know if it was a counter that got blown up or what. It just not a normal play. Yeah, I know it's a very complicated offense, but
back-to-back quarterback runs, and then you try to do
yeah.
But that'll take it back to the 12-yard line.
Yep, second down and 12 or goal. Hamilton's got it. He looks to throw, and it is incomplete. Knocked away. Intended for, once again, number 84,
Yeah,
Justin
Justin catches
Ray.
it. Both Tayshawn and Terrell Banks are right there, but that to me, that's the side to look at. You got a linebacker and a sophomore on two receivers to the weak side of the field. I'm not surprised they went there, didn't execute on that play.
I think Andrew Harp was wide open, by the way.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
Well, no, he was
surprised to
he-
see another fade to Harper.
And that's the side of the field I would throw. You got a linebacker on Harp right now.
3rd down and goal.
Yeah, and that's timeout. I think the coaching staff in Colerain sees it. You got Terrell Banks, who's a very good player, but not necessarily the.
They haven't reset the timeouts on the clock, by the way, on the scoreboard. Do they get 3 timeouts in overtime?
I believe each team gets one.
It's one. Terrell Banks not the can get fooled sometimes with a faker, and you don't want a linebacker on. I know the second best receiver. It can't be. So that was a good formation there that they didn't exploit on 2nd down, but almost got away with it to try to exploit on 3rd down, but cut right calls timeout.
So hold him here on 3rd down if you can, right? Force the field goal attempt.
Now, what the scoreboard is incorrect, it is the 5th quarter, not the 4th quarter.
Yes, you are correct. It is the 5th. If we can call it a quarter, can you call it a quarter? Because it's.
That's what it goes up officially.
There you go. All right, so big 3rd down here for the Colerain defense, who is, I'd like to say, has been a bend don't break philosophy all night long, but you're giving up 34 points to a very good offense. They've got to find a way to stop him here one more time on 3rd and 12. We've got 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, empty backfield. Hamilton's got it, drops back, looks to pass, a little bit of pressure, got some time, throws it to the end zone, and it is incomplete. And there's flags on the play. I'll tell you what.
You throw a jump ball and both players are jostling for it. That's
Probably was pass interference.
Ramsey and Willis.
I mean, honestly, that's their MO, right? You just throw the ball into the end zone, and you're hoping there for a flag. They've done it multiple times tonight. They've done it over decades. It's what they do, and it works out well. They're going to get a 1st down.
But when it's a 50-50 ball and both
They both
players
jumped.
are jumping for it.
I mean,
it's-
I didn't see
Willis
if,
engaged before the play.
yeah, that's what I was going to say. I didn't know whether or not Willis maybe grabbed a jersey or something, but
you know,
The thing is, though, it's not
a first down.
It's not. Well, it's not a first down.
It's not.
and it's also not from the 1 yard line. It's
That's
just
right.
a half a distance to the
yeah.
goal.
So that'll
right.
take it. It'll still be 3rd down, and it's 3rd down and 7.
So it's 3rd down.
And Elder has a little confusion getting the play.
Elder had 12 guys.
yep. And Coach Ramsey is not happy.
Well, the thing was, I think he could have got away with it because only the 12th guy broke from the huddle. He clapped, but no one
Coach
else did.
Cutright is saying that they broke 12 from the huddle. Shouldn't it be a penalty?
And he's got, but you would only be breaking the huddle if you count the clap. You want to count the clap as breaking the. No one else left the huddle except the one guy who the 12th man, and he clapped and kind of walked away. When he realized
No play was run. No deception was taken.
It wasn't
it's a good.
yeah.
It's a no call.
This has been a very tight game back and forth, and I know I'll give credit to the referees. I mean, they've done a good job. I mean, there's been a lot of very difficult calls to have to make. I think they've done a fair job.
And both teams have been killed. I mean, this is a 28-6 game if they don't call pass interference, but it's also a 27-20 lead for Elder if they don't call, or 34-20 lead for Elder if they don't call for that pass interference at the goal line. So
Right. Yeah. It's gone both ways, and nobody's going to complain. I shouldn't complain.
well, I mean, they'll complain. I'm like,
So
I've had to stop.
What do you guys think? If Elder gets half of this, do they go for it on 4th down, or they kick the ball?
No, I think they kicked the ball. I would think. We'll find out. Hopefully they don't get. Hopefully they don't get anything. Hamilton is now in the gun.
Empty backfield.
Ramsey stutter steps. Hamilton rolls, looks to throw. He's got a little bit of pressure. He throws it across the middle, and it is caught by number 15. 16. That's Harp right in the middle for a touchdown.
Yeah, he rolled him away from pressure and throws against it, and it's just kind of a little scramble drill.
Like I say, it's not just designed to the play. They cleared everything out to try to get Ramsey, and the Cardinals covered it. And Hamilton is really just trying to make something out of nothing,
Right.
and finds Harp over the middle of the field.
So Elder scores to go up 40-34. Extra point pending. Big extra point here. Only missed one extra point on the night, and they have been excellent all year on these. No reason to think that they won't get it here. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, and kick is good. right through the middle. And the Elder Panthers, with first possession in overtime, score a touchdown and go up 41-34 on the Cardinals.
Yeah, good thing in overtime. Yeah, Colerain does have a chance.
Absolutely.
They still got it right now.
Yep, they'll turn with the ball. And they've got to find a way to travel 20 yards and get in the end zone.
You've been able to run the ball at them.
And
You've been able to stay power, and they only need 20 yards, 2 first downs.
This is one of those odd times where high school might be a little different. Normally, in these overtimes, you'd want to be the defense first, but Elder got to choose which side they play, and they're playing on the side where the student section is, so they'll be right on top of the Cardinal, the offense.
They don't get the switch and come down here?
Nope.
If they go to a second overtime, I believe they switch.
Right. All right, so now the Cardinals are up. And they've got to find a way to get 20 yards and tie this game up. There's Zay Jennings, fakes the handoff to MJ Flowers, follows him through. It's going to pick up 4 or 5 yards on the carry.
Yeah, that's one where any other night Jennings might have pitched it and let Satterwhite get 4 to 5 yards. But on a night like tonight, I think you're going to trust Jennings. Either way, they're going to pick up those 4 to 5 yards and let the quarterback who's had a special night try to make something happen.
Yeah, in this special night, you just hope it continues and gives him a little bit more confidence to make that reading quicker.
Yep. Just a great learning experience. Now under center, Zay Jennings takes the ball, hands off to MJ Flowers. He takes it around the edge, stiff arms, and gets down inside the 5-yard line for a first and goal, Colerain.
That's kind of a different look we've seen from Colerain.
Yeah, it's the fullback trap, but instead of coming in inside, he goes outside. Now, I don't know if that's a design of play or Flowers just said, I'm going to go for it, but he gets it goal to go at the 4-yard line.
If they score, do they go for 2?
I was about to ask that when the drive started. Do it. The way this night's gone, yeah.
You got to score first, though.
Yep. Let's see if we can get this ball in. There's a go. Hand off to MJ Flowers. He's going to take it. He kind of got stuck up there because there was a whole wall of Elder Panthers, and he did not get in. In fact, he may have even lost a yard.
Yeah, they'll give him about a half yard, maybe no gain.
Maybe no gain, yeah.
Same play they ran there the previous, and he just doesn't. Elder does a much better job of holding it up.
Yep. So second down and goal now. Marked from the 4-yard line.
Just inside the 4. It's called 3.5, Chris.
You can call whatever you want. Don't matter to me.
I'll call it Steven.
All right, Steven. Second and goal from Steven. Zay Jennings back under center in the I formation. MJ Flowers right behind him. Man in motion is Amari Shannon. Fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, and he gets sacked for what I can only assume is about a 4-yard loss.
Not just
That was 54 who jumped on his back, linebacker for Elder. Let's give him Andrew Spinney, their leading tackler.
Yeah, they went full option there. They were looking for the pitch outside. Jennings does a great job holding on to the ball, lived to make another play. He pitches that. It could get ugly.
Third and goal now from the 7.
So this is where they've got to find a way to get some of these yards back. You'd like to think they could get in with just 7 yards out, but they've got to get some yards here to be able to go for it on 4th down and feel a little bit more comfortable. There's a counter to number 2. Shannon, he's got it. He's inside the 5. He's still moving his feet. He's going to be stopped, I think. Are they blowing a whistle? I think he got down to about the 3. So down to the 3. It'll be 4th down and goal. And the game is this play. I'll tell you what, regardless of what happens, this has been a great game. They couldn't be prouder of these Cardinals and the way they've come into this environment at Elder for the first time since 2009 and put on this kind of a performance. Super proud of them. Hopefully they can continue on, extend the game, and keep fighting here, but this has been such a great game. Under center is Zay Jennings, the sophomore. The star of the night, win or lose. Takes the ball, hands it off to MJ Flowers. He lowers his shoulder.
He's in.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Wow, it really looked like Elder looked like he had him up there. He had to turn his back and fall off the linebacker there to get in. Initially stopped about the 2-yard line and just shows extra effort.
He wasn't going to be denied. And that's the exact right play call. And I'm not saying it because he scored. I'm saying it because he's the senior leader on offense.
That's what's brought you here. Go with your strength.
Yeah, exactly. You put the ball
on
in
that
your
play
senior's guts.
27 times in a row.
Now the ever-important extra point. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up. It's short.
Just got through. I think Elder.
Christ. I mean,
The snap was low. The hold was slow getting down there. Young had to hold up a little bit so he didn't get a full swing. it's almost, he took his pitching wedge up there, and it was maybe 3 to 4 yards over the goalpost.
Yeah,
It was good, though.
It was good, and we'll go to a second overtime. I agree with you, Chris, though.
I almost go 2 there.
I go 2 there. So Cardinals will go for it again here.
So
But,
now they'll switch sides, right?
Yeah, they will switch
They'll
sides.
go down to the other end now. So here we are. We're going to
Colerain
the
will-
second overtime.
Colerain will get it first.
Colerain will start with the ball first, and they have an opportunity to go up a touchdown. And I'm telling you, if they do, go for 2. Go for 2.
Well, I think you go for 2 if you're the second team score. Because if you go for 2 and only and don't get it, they can beat you with an extra point. But you're away. It's easier to go. I say it's easier to go.
Here's we'll get a clarification. I think the rules are we start with 2-point conversions right here. I could be wrong.
No.
That's what Brandon said. Now MJ Flowers
I
and
know
Ben Hamilton are out at the goal line. We're not doing another coin flip, right? There's no need to do that.
No. I think they just it's
just
just like
explaining the
it's just
rules?
like if you defer, you still have to come out in the second half and explain. Hey, I deferred my choice to the second overtime. Is what you did.
And he's saying Elder's going that way?
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like.
Okay, but Elder doesn't get the ball first. We do, right? Yes, thank you. Holy moly. Okay, there we go. Thanks. Colerain has the ball first and it's going in that direction. Yikes. The referees just needed a little hand there. That was the head umpire with the white hat. Got a little confused. I wonder who corrected him. If it was another umpire, if it was the Elder and Colerain player, they were like, I think we're supposed to be on opposite sides of the line.
I think it was the line judge. If you see him, look down the 20-yard line.
Yeah.
Referees all have the striped jerseys. Do you notice? Is that satin stripes?
I don't know.
Look. Am I wrong? He's at the 30-yard line now. Look how shiny his stripes are. Am I wrong?
I think you're just seeing things, man.
I think you're making some
It is
stuff
getting
up.
late.
I understand.
Good thing I'm driving home.
Good Lord. What time is it?
What they put in this water?
It's Aquafina, so.
We got a special text message here from an old friend of ours, Matthew Wood, sending regards to us. I'm glad he's
And
listening.
congratulations on your
On his award?
Oh, award.
Absolutely.
St. Jennings, under center.
Oh, sorry. Got a football game going on. Zay Jennings under center. Takes the ball, hands off to MJ Flowers, who powers through the middle. He's going to get a little bit of push. He's going to get down to the 15-yard line. So 5-yard run for MJ Flowers. I'm telling you what, all of these boys are going to feel tomorrow morning. I'm telling you right now.
And you know what might not be good right now? Flowers hasn't had a lot of carries tonight. He hasn't shouldered the load, so he might be
probably
the
fresh.
freshest running back we've got.
Yeah. I'll tell you who's
Or at least not as tired.
I'll tell you who's really loving this right now.
Well, he was prominent on defense as a rusher outside
Yeah.
linebacker.
Who's really loving this right now? St. Xavier. They're sitting at home going, you guys just beat the hell out of each other. That's fine. Man in motion. The handoff once again to MJ Flowers. He cuts it back up the middle. He's going to pick up another 3 yards on the run. Ball's down. Yep, there you go. Downhill run for MJ Flowers. Picking up 3 more yards. It'll be 3rd down and short. Call it 3rd and 2. Important 3rd down here. Need to pick up the 1st down.
I think this is 4-down territory.
I know, but really like to pick it up on 3rd down.
You would.
Zay Jennings under center once again. There goes Satterwhite in motion. He keeps it himself. Does Zay?
First
He's going
down.
to pick up the 1st down. He's
He's still going.
He's still on his feet. He's inside the 10. They're going to mark it down and dead at the 7-yard line.
I tell you what, they're making the stop. They're really trying to strip the ball. Colerain's really got to have 2 hands on the football in the middle there because
Absolutely.
they're making the contact, but they're not taking them down right away. They're trying to strip the ball.
Right. No, that's not a surprise. It's what they're taught to do. I mean, get the ball out. I mean, changes everything, right? All right. 1st down and goal at the 7-yard line for the Colerain Cardinals. Game tied at 41 in the 2nd overtime. There's a fake handoff. He keeps himself, and he's into the end zone. Zay Jennings does it again. 7-yard touchdown run.
5th time tonight, Zay Jennings.
5 touchdowns for the sophomore quarterback. Again, a coming out party of gigantic proportion.
Yeah, and not doing anything fancy there, not trying to trick you. They said, we're going to run the fullback and quarterback, and you're going to have to stop it. And they didn't.
So my wish to go for 2 is going to be completely ignored. They're just going to kick the extra point.
I think my father, for once, was right with the decision. If you're first, you got to kick the extra point.
All right, well, hopefully they get it here. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, much better, and it is good.
So, it'll be Elder's turn.
So Colerain is now up 48-41.
Colerain,
Oh, my God.
I don't know if Colerain scored 48 points in the past 4 weeks.
You do the math, man. We scored 12 last week, 3 against Lakota West. Oh, my goodness. What is it about these two games, these two teams? I can't understand it.
Like to shout out to Matt Wood listening. Give a special thanks.
Yeah.
Donovan Wood also listening in from his dorm room. So thanks for former Cardinal, and I think he was a part of the last time we had an overtime thriller against Fairfield, 2019.
Oh, well, you remember that game?
Yeah. 48-41. Colerain.
Was that the game?
We're not even texting. We're not even tweeting updates anymore, are we?
I'm retweeting.
Are you retweeting what Mike's doing over there? All
Mike
right.
and Springer.
Those guys have the cool, calm professionalism of experts.
Yeah.
You can see it.
Hamilton back at quarterback.
Hamilton drops back, looks to pass. Another wheel route, dropped. It dropped.
Flowers.
He picked up his head because he saw Willis coming, and he wanted to just try and get a gauge, and he missed him.
You had a running back on a fullback, a running back on a linebacker, and that was it. If Folsom doesn't track him down, it's a touchdown. It's at least a first down, but Flowers just dropped it.
Second down and 10 at the ball at the 20-yard line. Come on, Cardinals, find a way. Find a way to overcome.
48-41. Cardinals.
Hamilton in the shotgun. There goes Ramsey in motion. 16, Harp is covered. Well, he's out. He's throwing the ball's up, and it is
Caught. Single coverage again. Just thrown to one-on-one. It's the same guy again. Andrew Harp, 6'5". There's a flag.
It's
a pass interference again.
Yeah, they can't. I mean, the referees can't keep their flags in their pockets when they're in the end zone.
But even if they don't flag it, he's caught the ball.
It was clearly a pass interference.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, so they're getting the one-on-one matchups they want.
They can't keep them in their pockets because we keep fouling.
Yeah.
That's the point. I mean, you just.
But they're talking about it here. Are they going to enforce? They enforced the last.
What are they going to do? They're going to put half the distance to the goal?
They enforced it last time on the kickoff.
And go
There's
for two?
no kickoff, so it just gets.
I know, but did they enforce it on the extra point? I know they don't, but I didn't think they should enforce it on the kickoff either.
No, just stop trying to be
Making up rules. I honestly, I don't know.
No, I'm trying to clarify rules.
Yeah, no. I mean, obviously, I'm assuming it's just penalty is declined, right?
Right, but if they.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
There you go. So they're going to go for the extra point here to tie the game at 48. Oh, my gosh.
Now we'll have a conference with the line judge and Doug Ramsey on the sideline, and everybody's in agreement. So it will be Maurer.
And here we go again. Maller's going to try for the extra point to tie this game up.
Again, he's only missed 2 extra points all year, one of them tonight. 48-47 Colerain. End of the second overtime. Elder going for the extra point, and it is good. That was a bad snap.
Yeah,
the holder picked it up and put it in a good place, and we are tied at 48 going to a third overtime.
Yeah, the holder did a great job. That ball almost bounced to him.
Okay, fellas, I got to be honest. This has been great. I'm going to go ahead and bail because, I'm going to beat all this traffic home. So you guys can finish this out.
This is the time you normally bail to go down and get the on-field interview.
I know, right? But with COVID the past 2 years, we just haven't done that because didn't want to. They were clearing people off the field. They didn't want people getting together. And you look at this now and this massive humanity of all the elder faithful, specifically all the students moving from one end of the field to the other.
See, the referees should check their tickets and make them sit where they see it.
COVID is dead.
Oh, my gosh.
It's a joke, Brandon.
He's just kidding.
Oh, God, between Chris's pessimism and him not knowing how things work.
That was complete sarcasm.
And you being the smartest guy in the entire box, how do you do it, Brandon? How do you make it? Honestly,
I don't know. Now do we go to the 2-point play contest? I swear there was some different.
It sounds
and maybe
wait, Brian, who makes up the rules?
Brandon
Who makes up the rules?
it might have been just a regular season thing. I don't know.
Who makes up the rules?
It may have been in your dreams.
Just want to get a clarification, Brandon.
Oh my goodness.
So watching the referee, it doesn't look like they're coin flipping. I believe it's an eeny, meeny, miny, mo in the third.
They should do rock, paper, scissors. All right, so Elder's getting the ball first. And, okay, so they are going to a third overtime.
And Colerain, I believe they're going back. They're not switching ends. So
They're not. So all the
student section who ran down the other end thinking of this is going to kind of run back down.
That's great. Oh, my goodness. My mom, I'm texting with my mom here. She turned it off. She can't watch it. She's like, I'm a wreck. I'm like, don't be a wreck. It's a football game. Let's not lose our minds here. It's a good time. It's fun. Think of the memories these kids are making on the field right now.
I like this factoid. The last time,
Somebody's showing
Trent
some facts.
Jewett played in the 06-17. The last time the Colerain went to 3 overtimes once against Moeller.
At home in 06.
The game that we were heavily favored in.
And the Moeller quarterback ended up going to Miami. He had 28 unanswered fourth quarter points to take it.
All right, back to this game. Hamilton takes the ball. He's going to misses anything in the backfield, and the ball is stripped, incomplete, intended for Ramsey. He had guys hanging on him, did Hamilton. I don't know how he got that ball off.
And then an even better play because he found the crosser. Ramsey might not have had a big game, but would have had positive yards, but Willis swipes down and knocks it out of his hand.
Yep. So incomplete pass, 2nd down and 10 for the Panthers.
So Colerain has done, in this overtime, done a great job on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. Stopping Ramsey, and it's the 4th down jump ball that they've lost every time.
Yeah, I mean, and you're right. It's been every time. But honestly, look back at the history of this series. Is that not always the case?
Oh,
right. From Billy O'Connor to just the laundry list goes on and on.
The
of
tight
huge
end,
elder receivers that
the tight end that ended up going to
that just out jump our 5'7" DBs. There's Hamilton, throws it and completes to number 84. He's got it. He's going to take it down to the 15. I think he's going to take it to the 10.
Oh, and here's a mistake of running out of bounds. They might get a late hit for the Colerain Cardinals. Yeah, there's flags.
I'm saying I don't think it's that. Half the distance is the goal.
Who cares? It doesn't really matter, honestly. I mean, he shouldn't have done it. Don't get me wrong.
It's still but it's not the end of the world the way this game's going.
Right. Look, if they get down to the 10, they're scoring. It's almost a foregone conclusion at this point. What are they going to give them? 4 yards, 5 yards? So
half the distance to the goal.
Right.
Yeah, so he went out about the 9?
Right.
Yeah, 9.
Yeah, that's not that big of a deal. I'm not going to get all bent out of shape about that.
I mean, it's a big deal if it's Ramsey because he might have got hurt, but that was, whatever. It's not Ramsey for
them.
them.
They're going to take it to the 4.5 yard line.
I mean, a lot serious. All kids are, no one ever get hurt.
Absolutely not.
So in a possible running situation, they're taking Hamlin out. Ramsey's going into quarterback, and we haven't been able to stop this quarterback draw.
So as per the penalty now, Elder has it 1st and goal inside the 5 yard line. Ramsey is going to be the Wildcat quarterback who will take the direct snap. Invariably just try and find a hole, which he does. He's going to run. He's going to look to lower his shoulder and get his way in, and he does not. He's going to be stopped at the 1 yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and goal from the 1.
Yeah, 1.5. And again, there's not a lot of push. There's not a lot of space. I mean, he just kind of...
He's patient.
He took it and just kind of... Well, no one's tackling me, but
right.
I'm not going really forward that fast. It just...
And they haven't done anything away from the lead fullbacks and tight end. I don't know if Colerain just takes a gamble and just overloads that side and just sends everybody.
Actually going to call him down at the 2.
Must have been forward progress stop there.
2nd down and goal.
3rd overtime here at Elder High School.
So
Colerain Elder tied at 48. Elder with the first possession here in the 3rd overtime. Wildcat, Ramsey's got it, and he's going to run. He's going to look to get in, and I'm not sure that he's going to get in there.
Second effort.
Nope, they're calling him short. They're calling him short. He is not in.
And
the officials are calling him short. So it'll be 3rd down.
Elder's going to look to go quick huddle right now, and Colerain's trying to make a substitution.
And there's Ramsey right into the end zone. So you weren't going to stop him when he got that close. I mean, he ended up running so hard, he ended up running out of the back of the end zone. So
Colerain trying to make a last-minute substitution. Nobody really got lined up right.
You weren't going to stop him.
Oh yeah,
a little confusion. Don't they have to go for 2 now?
You making up rules again, Brandon?
I'm just used to the college. I don't know. I'm asking. I'm not saying.
Maybe it's the
Wait, he
fourth
can
on the
do that,
screen?
but I can't?
Yeah, you can't.
So extra point again.
Extra point pending here for the
Mar.
Elder Panthers.
54-48 Elder.
Snap is high, snap is down, kick is up, and kick will be good.
Oh, not by much. It went left. It barely got in there. The snap was high again. Another great hold.
Yeah, the holder really the hero here in second and third overtime.
Ottenreeb.
Very good. All right, so now the Cardinals are down 7. They're going to get their possession here. And I'm telling you, they score, you go for 2.
To end the game, yes, I agree. Go for 2.
Go for 2. End the game.
When you're a first team with possession, no. Second team,
Right.
you need 2.5 yards, and you've got a running game that's been effective tonight.
How many 1-point losses? I mean, Elder had won this year 59-58 to Moeller. Or they won that game.
Yep.
They won that game 59-58. And Colerain they had a 1-point loss last week and a 1-point loss to Lakota East earlier this year. Here we go. Zay Jennings under center. Takes the ball. Fakes the handoff. Keeps it himself. Oh, I wish he would have run wide on that, but he does get it down to the 15.
He did the smart thing.
Was that the smart thing, Brandon?
He could have maybe got a bigger gain going the outside, but he smartly tucks it in and really reads the defense more there to cut in and get 5.
Yeah, the defense was stretching him out, and if he beats him to the corner, he beats him to the corner, but he can also, stretching that out, lose yards.
Well, not necessarily lose yards, just not go forward.
I got you.
So, yeah, first down, you pick up 6 yards. I'll take that every time.
Yep. So second down for Zay. MJ Flowers right behind him. Nothing fancy here from the offense. They're just doing what they do. They're running the ball, fakes the handoff, kind of keeps himself, and unfortunately that just took a little too long to develop. No loss on the play, but it'll be 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, and that's one of those, I think, I don't know if he should have gave him by the read, but the way Elder played it, they almost wanted him to keep it and then kind of played off of it, kind of boxed him, and he made the right decision to keep it, but...
Have we completely abandoned the speed pitch? I mean, do we not?
We haven't seen it all night?
We haven't seen it in a while, We don't block very well in the edge. So.
All right. That's fair enough. So Zay Jennings under center, takes the ball, fakes the handoff, keeps himself, lowers it. He's not going to get enough for the first down. He's going to pick up about 2 yards. So it's going to be 4th down and upcoming for the Cardinals. This is going to be the game. They've got to find a way to get 4 more yards in order to extend their season.
And Jennings gets up slow on that play.
3 yards. 3 yards. Well, you got to believe that they're going to be keying on MJ Flowers. There's no doubt about it.
You got a timeout. Why not use
That's
it?
what cut right. I think he's thinking about it.
Nope, he just called in the play.
So maybe let's run false motion right here and call a timeout.
Here's the game right here.
Yep, this is it. 4th and 3. Let's see what the Cardinals can do. Under center is Zay Jennings, and they're going to call a timeout.
Okay, didn't get the look that they wanted. Lined up. If it's there, you take it. If not, you call a timeout. So now here's the chess game. You're going to go to a blank slate right now, both offensively and defensively. What adjustment are we going to make from what we just saw? And Elder's going to go, okay, what adjustment are they going to make? And we're going to make an adjustment too.
Yeah, because Elder still has their timeout. So it's not inconceivable that they don't call that.
They line up. They don't like what they see. They call it.
Yep. Oh, it's so funny. I doomed myself tonight when
every other game this year, I'd be home by now. But
I told my wife before I left, I'm like, I expect this game will go fairly quick. I actually said that.
Well, the clock has moved quick, but we didn't know it was going 3 overtimes. Maybe 4.
Or we would score 50 and 48 points respectively so far.
First 1 to 20 is going to win.
So here they break the huddle. Colerain traditional wing formation.
All right, this is it. Let's see what we can do, boys. Zay Jennings under center takes the ball, puts it in the gut of MJ Flowers, and he gets hit, and he gets stopped. And that will do it. In the 3rd overtime, the Colerain Cardinals cannot muster the 10 yards they need to pick up a first down, and the Elder Panthers hold on at home to beat Colerain by a final score of 55-48. What an unbelievable game, and I know there's a lot of Cardinals here. I have not ever been prouder to be a Cardinal.
And I tell you what, you see a couple of the Colerain players heads down. A lot of these seniors, it's their last game.
Yep.
What a game to go out on. You don't go out.
Absolutely. Know what it feels like. Understand what it feels like. take this loss, put the feeling in your gut, and understand we don't ever want to feel this way again, and we're going to work that much harder in the offseason to make sure we come back strong. So both teams lining up at the 50, cordially shaking hands after a well-fought game, and both these teams. Colerain, their season ends. And unfortunately for Elder, they have to play St. X next week, and more than likely their season will come to an end. But they played a great game tonight, and again, couldn't be prouder of Colerain. Brian, Brandon, any thoughts from you guys?
Hey, Zay Jennings started the game, 5 touchdowns. We didn't get his total, but
Oh, my goodness.
keep talking. I'm going to go see if I can get a stat real
Yeah,
quick.
go for it. Brandon, I mean, this obviously did not play out the way you thought it was going to play out, nor really us either.
I mean, this is a team that struggled offensively all year, and to put up that many points, regardless of if it took overtime to do it, is a sign of a team that struggled in the beginning of the year that finally putting the pieces together towards the end of the year. And it's a good. Obviously, the seniors disappointed, but it's a good building brick for the next year for Zay Jennings in that offense, who had 326 yards and 5 touchdowns.
I was giving you back the headset so you could deliver that message.
So
326 yards rushing and 5 touchdowns for Zay Jennings. So with that note, Brian, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
Hey, thanks for you guys, and thanks for Mike York, who didn't run production tonight.
Yes.
He helped us out. We limited booth space, but we got everything done, and thank you guys for another year of getting to do this. We're getting older. We got a lot of things going on, but we're volunteers here, and thank you guys, and thanks all and stay tuned. We got a couple basketball games this season lined up with Waycross.
Yeah, the way this season works out, there's a bunch of Waycross covers Northwest, Whitten Woods, and Colerain, and there's a lot of Whitten Woods Colerain games. I think we're going to be covering 4 or 5 boys.
Oh, that's
basketball games
fantastic!
this year,
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, with that, then we'll end it here at Elder High School at the pit with Elder victorious in 3 overtimes over Colerain, 55-48 for Brian and Brandon Wyatt and Mike Warcruz at home and Jason Helfrich is home and all of us here at Colerain Game Day. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening this year, and we'll see you in basketball season. Thanks for tuning in.
I would have bet my house and my life that we would never score 48 points. Yeah. I would have bet my mortgage that we wouldn't have scored 48 points.
Of course. No doubt.